Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. The ManDemUtd podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Liverpool related. Please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, you hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button, share this across all the socials, and on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Joined by, Liverpool representative, Analysis at Anfield representative, the Bundesliga boy, man like Ram is in the building. What are you telling me, Ram? You good?
Hey, careful with that last one, man. People misinterpret it as something else, man. You get what I
How
mean?
is it? No, they won't get your mind out of the gutter, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a filth bag, yeah, doesn't mean we all are. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Nah,
your mind. Go on.
flawless. I've been in the game for too long, and I know the audience for too long. They are
What
dirty
audience?
minded as hell.
How
I've
dare you
learned.
say
I've
that?
learned. I've
How dare you
learned.
say that?
I've learned how dirty minded they can be. So
That is
yeah,
ridiculous, man. Hey, if you've got something else on your mind, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds like a you problem, Ram. That's what
nah,
that
it's
is.
more of a paranoia problem, bro. You know
No,
what
that
I
sounds like
mean?
a you, man. No one even thought that. Everyone knows Bundesliga, the German league. You fuck with the German league. That's what it is. No one said nothing about no German women. You know what I'm saying? No one didn't say that. You
You
feel me?
just
But
you
we
just
move.
said that.
I
You
said it
just said
now
that.
because that's what you was thinking, innit? We're open and honest here. But yes, anyway, people, a lot to discuss with these two football clubs as always. Mason Mount injured. Mason Mount injured. Does anybody actually know what the injury is? Because I've not seen anything in regards to what the injury was. He picked it up against Spurs. To me, he looked fine. So I'm not sure what the injury was. In regards to Liverpool, obviously they beat Bournemouth 3-1. But will Liverpool sign a defensive midfielder as well? Saint will be dropping in shortly as well. Ryan should be here, but I don't know where he's at. To Jesse,
Oh,
you said
he
this
is.
earlier.
Okay, good. Because
Oh
I
yeah,
was meant to
yeah,
tell you that he wants to come on, and I was like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah. He
let him
messaged me.
come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mason Mount out until the international break. Thoughts? I never wish. I'm not gonna go as far. I never wish injury on any professional footballer. But I'd be sat here lying if I said it doesn't help Manchester United.
um,
Whatever midfielder he plays instead of him balances out our midfield. Whether it's Ericsson, whether it's McTominay, whether it's Donny van der Beek, whichever one of those three, forget quality of those three and you think they're good enough, they all balance out our midfield much better than Mason Mount. I just want to know what the injury is to see how long, because that means you'll miss the Arsenal game as well. But yeah, go on, Ram.
he
Go on.
misses 2 games.
Is it two
He only
games?
misses
Okay.
2 games.
Fair.
So when people say he's out for the whole international break, yeah, he just misses 2 games. He just misses 2 games. That's it. So
But you lot
nothing
absolutely
major,
happy about it, yeah. He's like
huh?
actually happy. Yeah, they said these lot in the chat happy about it, and I know Stephanie G. How dare Ram? You know what I'm saying? Absolute liberties. You know what I'm saying?
I
Insulting
I
the good
I
people of Sarcasm City.
I live in fear of the many audiences that hop on YouTube, man. That's how I live.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably live in fear of you. We know what you're like. Warrior J, we'll get to this because it's Liverpool. Before we speak about the topic, your view on the Bournemouth game. So yeah, you won 3-1. Your view, got to be happy about the victory.
Ah, okay. I was just gonna quickly ask the agenda for today. Are we gonna go Liverpool first, or are you gonna United
No, we'll go
first? Or
Liverpool. It'll be a mix. It'll be a mix. As the show goes, it'll be a mix. It'll be a fine balance, unlike our two midfields. So go on.
I like that. I like that.
I'm lying to you. I'm
I like
saying
it.
like,
Nah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Look, first 20 minutes was actually the exact opposite of what we played against Chelsea. Because Chelsea, the first 20 minutes were actually very good.
you
Today,
was.
not today. Against Bournemouth, we were shy. We were horse shy in the first 20 minutes. Our first goal was out of stupidity.
Yeah,
Many culprits for that. People had a go at Trent because he lost the ball.
which is
I
fair.
mean, I put more emphasis on Van Dijk because I don't know why the hell he's blasting the ball at Trent at that speed in that sort of area of the pitch. He
Okay,
killed him with that ball, in my opinion. And especially when he's facing his back to two Bournemouth players as well, it's like you're taking liberties there. Verge is a very good passer of the ball. He should be doing better. So I put more emphasis on Verge because of how good he is as a footballer with the football at his feet, rather than the fact that Trent miscontrolled the ball, which was blasted at him. You get what I mean, for this?
hmm
He killed him with that
I, I
pass.
I hear you with it to extent, but Trent is good enough to control that and not get caught in it.
Yeah,
But I
but
hear you.
but he cut. I say that kind of ball probably for any average footballer, 9 times out of 10, they don't control that ball. But for Trent, because of how good he is, it would be about 6 or 7.
Facts.
6 or
You
7
like
times
you
out of
acting
10.
like he fired in the past to me or you. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, but
good, like
even
Trent's good enough. But go on,
yeah, I mean, even Trent is good enough. The for me, the probability of him controlling that particular ball under pressure with that velocity is still relatively low, in my opinion. Like,
Nice.
so I put more blame on Virgil on that. But then after that goal, we turned up. Like Luis Diaz scored an incredible goal.
Very
The little flick up and then the acrobatic finish. Szoboszlai was doing his thing. People saying he won a fortuitous penalty. It was a bit of what's it called? Exaggeration. His
he made the most out of it, but yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, the best way to judge it is the Bournemouth players, and all the Bournemouth players were saying it was outside of the box, not saying it wasn't a penalty or a foul in the first place. So that's a big telling sign for me. And then Jota got his customary goal. Although his performance was kind of poor, in my opinion, in the last 2 games. I think he has been poor. But look, the biggest talking point, and I know we're going to get onto it, Flawless. I want to rip the band-aid off right now. McAllister red card.
Is that really a big talking point? I think everyone agrees it was a red card.
The wider sphere of the talking point is the referees. Like, it's been the conversation for the last God knows how long.
Yeah.
And we still have to persist with the stupidity and the foolishness that they keep on doing every single week. And I don't blame the referee on that particular decision. I put more of the blame on VAR, because velocity-wise, his foot was high, and the referee was a little bit naive in the fact that he thought he caught him really badly. That's where VAR comes in and be like, actually, he caught him with his instep. Stars weren't showing. It was high, but it wasn't malice. It wasn't endangering the player. So that's on VAR, in my opinion. VAR is meant to be telling this referee, no, you should have a look at this. They didn't even give him the opportunity to have a look at the decision. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And these referees are getting paid how much a week?
Agreed. You're spot on. You're spot on with what you're saying.
And do you know what else is damning, right?
We know referees are terrible. Go on, carry on.
But do you know what else is damning, right?
Talk about it.
And I'm kind of surprised it happened, Our appeal was accepted. He's no longer suspended anymore.
Right, it's the right decision, to be honest.
And it's more of a surprise for me, because normally the referee board would back the referees. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a good thing in the end that they actually ended up rescinding that suspension, because it wasn't a red card, and it was a stupid decision. Mm-hmm. And for one good moment, they actually pulled their finger out and said, "Nah, that's not the right decision."
Facts.
So hopefully this continues, man. It does continue with these kind of clamping down on referees and putting some extra impetus on them to actually do their jobs to a decent level, not to any substandard level.
You know the crazy thing is, I just don't think they can, because they're just not very good. It's not like I'm talking about Manchester United players, but yes, I look at the ref the same way I look at Manchester United. When people complain about the referees, when people complain about Manchester United's team, and I just look at certain players and I get onto it more in depth. When people talk about, there's not a pattern of play, there's no style, there's not really. Yes, could Manchester United have a better style of play? Could we have better patterns? Yes, but I don't think it improves us as much as people say. I just don't think these players are that good. And 2, I don't think they can execute what the manager wants and what most people want. That's just my personal opinion. Speaking of people who can't execute very well and are well below par. Yes, Ryan, what are you telling me, fam? You good? Well, go on.
That was actually a funny intro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm hilarious.
Where's the camera, Ryan, man? What's this? What is this, man?
Yeah, I was getting ready, innit?
Yeah, Ram's one of your only actual support. You need to thank him. He's one of your only backers.
Thank you for what?
Thank him for actually backing you. He's one of the few. He's the only content creator I see consistently back you and hail you up. Because no other content creator, if you came on here with your camera off and say, "Where's the camera?" Yeah. You gotta thank him. That's your one supporter. I'm
Man, he
saying
don't support me.
he does support you. He backs you. He
I
backs you.
support him when he actually does say something right.
Yeah. He don't treat you with the Ryan stick that we treat you. Everyone else does. He actually treats you fairly on a case by case
I
basis.
sometimes actually put the stick down. As
Yeah, he does.
Flawless just
Right.
have to stick up. You know, the way there. But I just got the stick ready just to whack him in it.
It is facts. He's spot on. So yeah, but large up everyone before we carry on. Over 40 people in the building, only at 17 likes. What is this Mason Mount conversion rate? What are we doing, people? Let's bump up those likes. Let's get up to 40 likes. Like check 1212. Please share this across all of the socials as well. And on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel. It is road to 8,000 subscribers here on Sarcasm City TV. We're also on Kick as well. So that's where all the Twitch content will be going over on the Sarcasm City TV Kick. So download the Kick app.
What
follow
is
us
Kick?
on
I'd
there.
never heard of that.
Very
before.
similar to Twitch. Very similar to Twitch in terms of streaming platform. So all the watch-alongs, fan calling shows, NBA content, NFL, F1, that's all going to be over on the Kick starting next month. So from September, the first people. But I'll drop the links in the chat. I'll do a video on all that type of stuff. But yeah, can one of the mods get onto that? It's kick.com/Sarcasm City TV. And it'll be like this, your live streams. Big up KLFC. Big up Eddie, who says public enemy #1 in the Sarcasm City streets. Shout out my guy Ryan. See, Eddie knows. You know what I'm saying? Love to Eddie every single time as
big up
well.
Eddie.
And Eddie, you wilding with that comment, so we're just gonna bypass that as well. But get your questions in, people. Please just keep them Manchester United or Liverpool related as well. And of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to it. But Ryan, get your thoughts. Someone asked just before you came on about your game. So your thoughts on the Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1.
Just the game in itself. I think I was satisfied at the end of it. Like it was a win. I mean, a win at home to Bournemouth ain't really anything to like get giddy about or anything like that. But
Hey, I would snatch your hand off right now for a win of that convincing 3-1.
I mean, we'll just
carry
see.
on.
I think for most of the game,
Go
we
on.
actually. I think for most of the game, we actually played pretty well. I thought. Like I was actually quite happy with the way we played for most of it. But the way we started, for maybe the first 15, 20 minutes was horrible. Like it was genuinely horrible the way we started. And if we were up against a better team, we might have been out of the game in the first 20, to be honest. It was just the fact we were against Bournemouth. Gave away a very sloppy goal, Trent's mistake. But after that, we played pretty well, I thought. From the equaliser, I thought we dominated the game, to be honest. Even with 10 men as well. I think I was actually impressed with that the most, the way after, even after we went down to 10 men. It was like we were still had the man advantage. Do you get what I mean? It was like we had 11 men and they had 10, even after the red card. They never, until maybe the last 10 minutes of the game, where I think that was maybe after we'd made some substitutions as well and stuff. We took Salah off, etc. They had like a couple of chances which Alisson made a couple of really good saves, but other than that, they'd never really laid a glove on us for most of the game. I mean, positives. Szoboszlai was just a beast. Honestly, that guy was like incredible the other day. Like he was brilliant, man. I mean, because I think you were in that group chat with me and Stro in it. And I said I said at half time that I feel like people were overhyping his performance at that particular time, because I actually thought he started off the game quite poor as well, Szoboszlai, in maybe the first 20. But after that, like he was just bossing the game. He dominated the game, to be honest. So that was really good. Robertson and Van Dijk, I said yesterday as well, I thought they were really good as well. Really good. Robertson in particular, because Robertson's someone who I've criticised a lot recently, pre-season and also the Chelsea game. But I think he was our best defender the other day, to be honest with you, from start to finish. And even the second half against Chelsea with Robertson as well, like, I thought he played really well in the second half. First half he was poor in that game, but I don't think he was helped defensively as well that game as well. I felt he was isolated and exposed, but fair play to him. He's done really well in like the last game and a half. Virgil as well, I think he started off the season really well as well. I think the captaincy is taking him up another level. He seems to be handling the extra responsibility really well, which is good. Trent's been a bit shit first 2 games. I think he needs to step it up, to be honest with you. And as for the attack as well, I criticised him a couple of weeks ago, and I think rightly so as well. I think I was right in my criticism of him, Luis Diaz. Like,
Bad
I
boy
wanted
goal
him
though.
to get more in
That was
product. And 2 goals in 2 games, man. Can't complain with that. Very good goal the other day as well. Very good goal. And he played really well against Bournemouth, so can't fault him. Hope he continues. Salah, I think, was poor against Bournemouth, even though he scored the rebound from the penalty. I thought he was poor. So hopefully he steps it up as well. Jota, I actually thought Jota has been poor in the first 2 games of the season, but again he got a goal, which is what he does at the end of the day. I think Gakpo as well, because I'm really excited to see Gakpo this season. Because I think in the false 9, I think he's going to cook this season, like really going to cook. But obviously he's been playing in midfield first 2 games, which isn't his fault, which is why I'm not getting onto him, because he's out of position. That comes into the fact like we got no DM, which is a lack of preparation by the club in the summer, and we're having to put square pegs in round holes at the end of the day. So I can't even put that on Gakpo, and it's just annoying, You're having to put your good players in out of position with him and McAllister as well, who obviously got sent off wrongly. So and that.
Why do we always say, before you carry on, why is the phrase, and someone in the chat, this is just random as fuck, why do you always say square pegs in round holes? Why do we never say round pegs in square holes? Why is it that way around?
It's just the saying, man.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
the
I've
saying,
said
but
it
why?
that way.
Yeah, you said it on accident though, doing that. But Ram, why are you laughing? It just, as Ryan was talking, it just hit me. I'm like, myself included, everybody says it. You see, most sayings, people, we just run with it, like it's just, and we just don't question it. We just run with shit. Yeah, go on, Ram.
That's because it's I don't know how long this. I don't know what the origin of it was, but
yeah,
we've been saying it for time.
Yeah, it is. It's like when people say, "Oh, blind as a bat." Like the bat's the only thing that are blind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's just, sorry, Ryan, go on. It just hit me as you were saying that we always say that. I might start flipping it and saying the other side, but go on, carry on.
Yeah, it's but yeah, with McAllister as well, it's good that his suspension was overturned today. So and rightly so as well. Like how they gave a red card for that, I'll never fucking know. That was just a stupid decision from the refs. I'm not even overturning it through VAR as well. Just shows the incompetence of the refs in this country. So it's good that he's going to be available for the next games. So yeah, even Endo, when he came on, I thought did okay. Like nothing spectacular.
We're gonna get into your new signing, so talk about it, man. What's our
Endo?
I mean, thoughts?
He came on.
Ram, don't worry, you're gonna get your chance, man.
No,
you me or Ram?
Why you telling me fuck off, this guy? Why
Ryan, as soon as we sign Endo, I get a phone call from Stro and Flawless, and all I hear is Flawless just being annoying.
Yeah, they were trying to add me to that phone call as well.
Yeah, we
did. On holiday,
because I was being I didn't know because I was being abused because bear in mind Stro rang me and was abusing me for a tweet when all I did was state facts about your new signing. Apart from him being captain of his national team because he's not, but he has captained his national team before. That's all. I said he's experienced. He's captained Stuttgart. He's captained the national team. Well, was captain of Stuttgart, captain the national team. Over 100 appearances in the Bundesliga as well. Can play centre back. Can play right.
Flawless. Do you want me to tell you something? Fun fact.
Go on.
Stuttgart won their first game 5-0 and on top of the Bundesliga without their captain.
There we go. And he helped you lot
I
come
think
on
he's
the
played
pitch
more
at
games
10 men.
centre back than DM as well.
Yeah, but he helped you lot. Was it not 2-1 and you were down to 10 men when he got on the pitch?
It was 3-1. He came on just
after
the third goal was scored. Yeah.
But yeah, go on. Thoughts on your new signing's first appearance?
Me? Yeah, I mean, look, he did all right. Like, yeah, that's all we're asking for. Like, he just came on and kept it simple. Just did nothing spectacular, but he didn't need to. He wasn't great, but he wasn't like bad or anything. He did all right in it. Like, he did his job. But he's a squad player, man. That's what he should be. But I have a fear that they're going to use him as a regular this season, man. I feel like Klopp's actually identified him as the DM to get through this season, which scares me, man, because yeah, it's worrying. It's worrying. But he did all right the other day.
Some people, sorry, Ryan, just to quickly say, some people have made a claim, right? They thought that Endo might have been the second midfielder that they wanted to sign. It's just that a bit similar to how they did the Jota deal, where we signed Thiago and then 48 hours later Jota was signed.
Yeah, it happened. I remember that. Yeah,
I think So I think big up JJ and G.
So
they
what
came
you're
up,
saying is they were looking to sign a Caicedo / Lavia and then do
and
Endo
Endo
2
as
days
well
out. Yeah.
on top. So either one of those two and Endo.
It makes sense. That would make sense. But then I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone really knows what's going on. I think the club is confused themselves because there's such a lack of planning going. It's like they're winging it. So it's
Not gonna
genuinely like
lie.
they're winging it at the moment. Like
I don't like
know.
doing this, but Ryan, I have to give you your flowers about
Schmacker.
man like
I told you, man. This guy's a fraud. I told you from early.
Who is this? Your sporting director?
Sporting director.
Yo,
yeah.
it's only a few days left, I think, until he's gone, innit? Oh my days, that's gonna be a beautiful day. That's actually gonna be a beautiful day.
I don't know if it's a beautiful day because we have no one left, but
oh, bro, I'd rather have no one than that fool in charge. He's so bad. He's so bad, bro. He can't negotiate.
No, Ryan, if we don't have no one, then Klopp is doing all the businesses. And let me tell you, I don't want Klopp doing business.
He's anyway, bro. He's anyway, man. Schmacker's just there for negotiations, but the guy can't negotiate, bro.
Hey, he did get you Caicedo almost. You gotta give him credit for that.
That he didn't do the negotiations for that. It wasn't him. It was Billy Hogan. The club didn't trust Schmacker with negotiations for Caicedo.
All right, we'll get Billy Hogan involved then. If he did whoever did the Caicedo deal was.
No, I heard it was Billy Hogan, and they didn't trust Schmacker, and they didn't let Schmacker do the negotiations for it.
First,
this Schmacker guy couldn't even agree a deal for a player at a championship club, and has failed to agree a fee for a Brazilian player who's in Brazil right now.
Now the Brazilian one is a bit different. That's a bit different. Is the fact that Fluminense don't want to get rid of him.
I know they don't want to sell, but because
they would be happy for him to leave in January, but not this summer.
Did you see that report that we pulled out for him altogether, though, that we're not even going in for him in January now?
Well, that's poor.
It came out earlier on.
Very, very poor. Very, very, very poor from the club.
That's peak.
Thing is, I don't...
Go on, Ryan. Go on.
Sorry, I don't even know who we're going to get because, as a DM, because I don't even know if we're going to get anyone because obviously there was links with Decore, but apparently I think Fabrizio came out and said that Palace aren't entertaining it unless a crazy offer comes in like 70 mil. Bro, I don't want us to pay 70 mil for him.
Yeah, he's not worth 70 M's.
He's not worth that. Like, I think he's worth like I'd be okay with us paying maybe 40.
Yeah,
50 at a push, absolute push 50, but not 70.
money. Jota money, basically.
Yeah, something like that, fam. Like 40, 50. I'd be like, okay, fine in it, but nothing above that, man. Like any 70, that's ridiculous, man. Like, but I don't think the club's gonna pay it. To be honest with you, I think he'll stay at Palace. But I feel like they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna get a DM. I think they're gonna get another midfielder like a Gravenberch or someone.
Someone that I'd like, but I don't think many people know about. I think certain people know about him is, Redondo. Federico
I've heard of him, in Brazil.
No, Argentinian.
Oh, sorry.
He's Redondo's son.
That's Redondo's son.
It's Redondo.
He's a DM.
Fucking hell, man. I remember Redondo, like the original. Go on, carry him.
Yeah, he's a DM. Plays in Argentina. And guess who's his manager?
Who?
Martin Di Michaelis.
Really?
The former City manager. The City player.
City defender.
Yeah, he got retired by Rashford. Yeah, when Rashford ran past him, I remember in Manchester Derby.
Oh, that guy could run, I remember.
He could have run. As soon as he came, because people said in Bundesliga he could run. When I saw him play, bro, he was done. He could not turn. He was dead. He was gone. That German mileage was taken out of him, bro. I swear to God.
But yeah, Ram, thoughts on your new signing? First, the debut appearance off the bench with Endo.
As I said on a couple of streams, I'm not the massive fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
Purely for the fact that he plays for a low-level team in the Bundesliga, and I know because Stuttgart is my quote-unquote German team. And their style of football and their kind of pressure that they get with it in every single game is completely different to what Liverpool have to hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to defend with players around him. At Liverpool, you got no one around you. You basically got yourself. Isolation settings. You know what I mean? It's proper isolation settings.
It's true.
It's literally 1v1 defending. And I haven't seen him do that often. Look, I think if he was to be that kind of Milner guy who comes in the cup games and does whatever, fine, absolutely fine. But if he is to come to be the starting DM, bro, is not looking good, bruv. It ain't looking good, bruv. You know what I mean? It's looking peak. Yeah, that's my main opinion on man like Endo. But he's still got to be man like Endo to me.
All right, man. Wataru Endo, man like Endo, whatever, man. Like, he started off well anyway. Solid performance. Tasman says Takeover news trending. Sauce Tasman when you drop stuff like
it's a shit sauce,
RSV
man.
says, Flawless, did you hear about Sheikh Jassim's bid has been accepted? It is expected to be completed by mid-October, according to The Sun and Neil Curtis. Is it Curtis? Curtis?
Sauce, man.
This is the music to my ears. Curtis is very reliable. All I'd say is RSV is just relax. Just relax, chill out, and let it play out. Take everything you hear with a pinch of salt. Don't get too gassed. You know what I'm saying? Don't be singing Arab Money by Busta Rhymes. Like, just chill out, even though it's an absolute banging.
If it says The Sun as well,
relax.
Take it as a granule of salt. Yeah. A granule of salt.
Yeah, why do we say, that being said, speaking of sayings, why do we say a pinch of salt?
Because you normally need a pinch of salt to season something.
Well, it says, take it with a pinch of salt. Like, that's not. But when it's something saying taken with a pinch of salt, that's got a negative connotation on it. But actually putting a pinch of salt on your food, that's not negative.
Well, because normally you need a couple of pinches because it's normally they measure by teaspoon or tablespoon, doesn't it?
True, so you're talking to a salt junkie, so that's a whole different conversation.
I get the whole rubbing salt into the wounds.
I am a salt junkie.
But
rubbing salt
in the wounds because that makes sense because it makes it worse. But take it with a pinch of salt. That's a negative.
I did that once.
It's never anything positive. What? Put salt in the wound.
Fun fact, my friend had a cut on him, so I thought it would be funny to put salt in the wound.
This guy a piece of shit, yo. This guy a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? This guy.
Oh, I can tell you, he did not like it at all. He did not like it.
No, he didn't. I hope he beat you up. But yeah, to RSV, I take this news actually legit with 2 pinches of salt. I really do. Just let it just go over your head, and we'll just wait and see in regards to this. Hopefully, obviously, I hope it's true, but we'll see. We'll see. But I did say I give him until the end of the year. That's when I'll be really, really concerned if there's no news. I'm not even saying the takeover has to be completed. I just want some form of news by then because we've not heard from anybody involved in regards to if the bid's accepted, if it's been rejected, if there's room to negotiate, who's the front runner, nothing. It's all just speculation and sheer guessing. I want some clarity in the situation. That's all I'm asking for. Just let me know what's going on. Even if it's the worst case scenario and the Glazers are staying, it's like, all right, at least I know they're staying. And we can just
at least you know where you 10 years of crap.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Over 50 of you lot in the building. Only 30 likes though. Let's get up to 50 likes, man. Like check 1212. Let's hit that like button. Share across all the socials. Follow at Sarcasm CETV. Across all socials. Retweet and like. Share. Let's try and get as many people in here watching as possible. And on top of those 2 things, subscribe to the channel. I don't even know if we've had any new subscribers, and I know there's new people watching. We were at 7,777. But let's get us up to 7,780. We've had 2 more subscribers, people. Get us to 7,780. Only 2 subscribers is what we're looking for at this moment in time. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Thomas asking about Ben Doak. You man rate him, don't rate him? What you man saying about him?
I think he's a baller.
I think he's really good.
I think he's quality, yeah.
You know what? I'd prefer I would like him to go out on loan just to get that experience.
Really, I don't want him to.
Because, look, I don't want him to be having 10 games a season. I want him to play 30 games a season, you know? And I think
he'd get a lot of chance in Europa League, though.
Yeah, but it's 10 games. I feel as though that'll be about 10 games, give or take.
But I'd give him all, like, the group stage games, because I've got more belief in him on the right wing than Harvey Elliott personally.
Hey, Harvey Elliott, a centre mid.
I think he's but I think did he get brought on a right wing the other day?
He played right wing.
He got brought on, but is he not?
He's primarily a right winger, but Klopp tried to do this experimenting in midfield with him over the last couple of years.
He's not fast enough.
Yeah, he's not.
Fair.
But Ben Doak's actually got pace as well, and he takes his man on. Like, he's a proper winger in it.
He's
like, I really
well.
like him.
He's 2-footed, and
Yeah.
as a left foot, I don't know whether he's left foot. I feel as though he's right-footed, but
I think he's right-footed from what I've seen. Yeah.
Well, he can use his left foot,
Yeah.
and that's obviously a massive bonus.
I rate him highly. Still, I think he's a
personally for
baller.
me.
He's only like
Yeah.
17, I think. So he's 17 or 18.
I think he's getting called up for the Scottish national team as well. So yeah,
he's a baller.
A lot of good stuff happening about him, man. Really good.
Yeah,
stuff.
I like him.
Right,
This wasn't his debut season. Like last season was his debut season. He's made his debut against
How old is
Derby. Then he's 17.
He's like 17, 18.
He's
Yeah,
only
something
is he
like
that young?
I think we signed him when he was 16.
Yeah, he's got time. Where from? Which
Celtic.
academy did he come from? Was he
Celtic, I
Celtic?
think.
Okay. Yeah, he's got time. For some reason, I thought he was older than that, but he's 17. Yeah, he's got ample time.
Yeah, so he made his debut against Aston Villa like a month after his 17th birthday.
Okay.
Was that in the league?
In the league.
Oh, was it that game we won 3-1?
Yeah, when Bajcetic scored.
Yeah. That was his Prem?
That was his Prem debut.
Yeah.
He made his first team debut
Derby.
when he was 16.
Was it the Derby
against
game
Derby?
in the cup?
Yeah.
Nah, but he's a baller still.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
And I don't really like big up our young players a lot because I think
that's why I'm surprised to hear you say that. That's the first one I've heard you say.
I'm excited when I watch him in it. I think he's actually cold.
All right, fair enough. Like I said, I'm shocked. I'd be looking at him more closely, but I didn't realize he was that young, and I have barely watched him play. But I'm going to watch you lot a lot more this season, without doubt.
He'll play Europa. He'll get good game time in Europa, I reckon.
Yeah, I ain't watching no Europa League games. They almost killed me. You know what I'm saying? As a Manchester United fan last season, them group stage games. Oh my God. Neo Curtis, top 5 when it comes to Manchester United news. Hey, Trap King, let's hope so. Let's hope so from a Manchester United perspective. But like I said, I take it with, as Ram eloquently put it, a granule of salt. Not even a pinch. You know what I'm saying? Just a single granule of salt. Like, we'll see.
That only happens with the sun.
Yeah, like that's why I am, because I've heard this not from you, Trap King or RSV, but I've heard this pretty much nearly a year, coming up to a year now. I've heard this. It's coming up to a year of me hearing in the chat about the deal being done and this source and that source, and I always said.
I don't think any journalists really know what's going on with this whole thing. So
exactly.
Yeah,
because that's the case. You know why? Yeah. You know how they don't really know what's going on, because there's been nothing to report, so they would just shut up about it.
And haven't they all got signed those NDAs and stuff like that, those non-disclosure agreements and everything like? Yeah, man.
Yeah, like that's what it is. Johnny says, I hate the idea of seeing positives in an injured player, but I see one massive positive in the Mount news. Yeah, the thing is, I said that, Johnny, in regards to, I never want to see a player get injured. That's not just Manchester, even rival players. I never want to see a player get injured. I don't wish bad on players like that. But in regards to him being injured, it's definitely a benefit to the team, because whoever plays, so whether it's McTominay, whether it's Donny van der Beek, whether it's Eriksen, our midfield is more balanced with any of those three. Whether you rate those players, whether you don't, whether you think they all should be sold, that's here nor there. Whether you think Mount's better than all three, it's a team game, it's about balance, and we're much better balanced. And I think Ten Hag, he has been saved a massive decision, because if he would have went on with the same team, he would have been under scrutiny. If he would have went with the same he would have went with the same team. If he would have dropped Mount or Bruno, he would have been under immense scrutiny. If he would have shifted positions and played Mount out wide or Bruno out wide, he would have been under major scrutiny. So he would have been under the spotlight regardless. Even if Manchester United would have win that game. Even if we win that game and they both played and they looked exceptional, you're still under major scrutiny. Can you go on with that after the first 2 games? So he's been saved, like I said, being under the spotlight. So that's how the universe works at times. Sometimes it saves you. And that's what I think is done with Ten Hag. And like I said, it helps Manchester United, him being injured. Black Diamond, no. We don't even know what the injury is. How bad is the injury? I think he's getting dropped and they're protecting him by citing injury. You never know. Potentially. And if that's the case, it's smart. That's very, 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 very smart. If that's the case. But it goes to show how bad of a signing it is that 2 games in, this is a potential thing. That's how horrible he is a signing, that 2 games, he didn't play 180 minutes, but 2 games in, and we're already talking about, dropping him maybe because of protection. So, Black Diamond, you're right. It's definitely a possibility.
This doesn't make any sense. I was listening to a lot of people on the terrace and people like that. I was listening to them. I was like, why are you surprised? Like we've been
it.
saying that they're very similar players to Bruno Fernandes. Where else are you going to play him?
Talk about it.
And are you going to play him as a centre mid? People telling him to stop playing him at centre mid. Then where else are you going to play him?
Talk about it, fam. Because when I've been saying it, people are looking at me like I'm crazy.
This makes no sense. It's like people look. I big up Terry. Yeah, obviously every single day of the week, and I'm on Sundays.
Shout out to Terrace.
But when we heard that Jurgen Klopp wanted him over McAllister, I was like, no, he wanted both.
I don't think it was over McAllister. I think he wanted both of them.
He wanted Mount over Szoboszlai. I don't even think Szoboszlai was in his head.
But the Szoboszlai interest only came in literally just before we signed him. I think.
Yeah,
literally, it came out of nowhere. Remember?
I think someone mentioned that he was available. I didn't think he was available. I didn't think he thought he was available. And then someone said, yeah, he's got a release clause. He's like, get it done. Get it done because I want this guy.
I think with Mason Mount, it was Liverpool had been working on that, knowing that he would probably leave Chelsea because of the contract for months during the season. At the end of the day, probably since like February, March, April, and they were actually working on McAllister and Mount. I think Klopp wanted both, and obviously McAllister got done pretty early. Everyone knew that was happening for weeks, but Mount, I think Liverpool were really working on it, and Klopp really wanted him until United came in and he chose United, and then Liverpool pulled out. I think that's what happened with Mason Mount.
Yeah, you should have just let him go Liverpool, man. The fuck.
But then I don't know if Liverpool would have ended up paying what Mason Mount wanted in wages, and
he didn't. No, because
I think that was a factor as well.
If you look at what Sobo's earning compared to Mount, it's two drastically different wages. You know,
but I think that's why Liverpool also pulled out for Thuram as well.
Yeah,
because I think Thuram was asking for quite a bit in wages and agency fees and all that.
Nah, it was mainly the transfer fee.
But if you put I think
that as well. But I think it was also the player package as well with Thuram. Yeah. It was a bit of both.
You put McAllister's wage and Endo's wage together. That could have paid for Mount. I can't believe we just did that.
Because I think is he on like 250k at United? There's no way Liverpool would have offered him. I think he is.
No, flawless.
What is it?
Guess how much Endo's on?
How much?
It's funny. It's so funny.
Go
on.
20k.
Fuck off. No,
exactly. I swear to God.
He's living a dream.
I swear to God. I was on a stream with Drifty. And we asked about how much he's earning, and someone said 20k. We had a look.
I would love that. I don't care. Yo, I'd kick ball for you lot for 20k, 100%. Give me 5k.
Yeah, of course.
20k, 100%. As much as I despise you lot, I'd be there singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," kissing the badge for 20k a week. Are you crazy?
20k, 4 weeks. There's 52 weeks in a year. How much are you earning a year? I'm trying to calculate it. You're earning
just under 100.
You're earning almost $1 million a week around that. I mean, $1 million a year. Sorry,
that's all man needs, man.
Hang on, let me get the link up because it's mad.
20k times by 52.
Yeah, so all right, first.
So over $1 million.
To Ibrahim, who says his Mount a worse than Maguire signing. I'll say this in two parts. Initially, yes. Like, so from before Maguire's played for us and before Mount had played for us, Mount is 110% a worse signing. Now, obviously, that changes depending on the how the player plays for your football club. But initially, right now, would I say Mount is a worse signing than Maguire? Yes, because Maguire, at least there was unknown. I didn't know too much about him to say that. But before you go to say he's a bad signing, whereas Mount, awful from the jump. And everybody with a brain and two eyes knew this. That's the crazy part I still don't get. It didn't make sense. It's awful. So even if we didn't have Bruno, it don't make sense because he's not good enough. Yeah. That's the crazy part. Even if there was a spot for him in the team and his team was fully settled and we had a DM and then we had a more hardworking defensive 8 or whatever people think, Mount needs to be the best version of himself. It's an awful signing. But yeah, go on. Go on, Ram.
It's 18k. Sorry, not 20k. 18.
See? Yeah, man.
80 or 18?
18.
Yeah, man, get your bread. Get your bread. Get your money, man.
That's pennies,
how much
man.
was Mason Mount earning at United? Is it like 250 or something?
250.
Yeah, Liverpool wouldn't have offered anywhere near that for Mason Mount.
No way. I'm gonna. Sorry, Flawless. I know it's gonna compound your pain, but I'm really intrigued at the wages that people are on. So you don't like this.
Look at this guy, yo.
Yo, we
He's
took
getting
ages
jokes.
giving Salah 350k. We
That
never
is
gave
true.
350k
That
for
is
Mount.
true.
Fucking chill.
Nah, but the most of the time when we're looking at wage, we're looking at how stingy our football club is. No, to be fair, Mason Mount's on 200k a week. He's on 200k a week, not 250k a week.
Even then, Liverpool weren't offering anywhere near that.
Yeah,
200K
because
a week's too much, man.
Sobo's on 120 and
Yeah,
Mac is on 150.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair wages, I think.
Sorry for all this.
I think Van Dijk's our second highest earner, I think. If I'm not wrong.
Yes, he is 220k a week.
Yeah.
Thiago's on 200k.
Yeah,
a week
but
as well.
Thiago's transfer fee was cheap for him. That's why he's on big wages, I think, as well.
Yeah, but Mason Mount's earning the same amount of money as him, bro.
Such a bad. But hey, where's all them people who, like I keep saying, every live stream, all them people are like, yo, Ten Hag's gonna turn him around. Why are you being negative? You don't know what you're talking about. Back
We
the
told
manager
you he's a
blindly.
gnat.
Red all this type of stuff. 2 games in. And the Mount Defense League, they even in the Defense League, everybody's just giving up already. People celebrating him being injured already. Already. That's how bad he's been. Don't get mistaken, he's not been the only one, but I don't even think he's been bad. He's just been Mason Mount.
We told
That's why I
you
don't
he's
even
a
criticize
gnat.
him heavily. That's why I don't even criticize him too heavily. He's playing at his level. Bang average player, plays average, and people lose their minds. Manchester United sign average player, all of a sudden think he's going to put on that red shirt and he's just going to turn into something different. Like, no. Can't Man United your way to winning football matches. Like I've said before, I'll say it again, it's like going McDonald's and they're serving Big Macs. People are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. What a surprise. Or you go Foot Locker and they got trainers on offer. Shock fucking horror. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just blatantly, it was so blatantly obvious. And with our team as well, it's not even like our team was set and was stacked with quality before him. We were struggling in that department last season. People say, why don't Manchester United look any different? Because it's the same players, minus Mason Mount. And we look exactly we look worse. Yeah, because he's imbalanced the team. Now people who wanted Eriksen out are saying, yeah, bring Eriksen back in. Or bring Donny in. Or bring McTominay in. Yeah, of course. Because he balances it, but because he doesn't run around, he don't have no defense. No, he has defensive nous. Don't get it mistaken. He just don't have defensive nous that people can clock on the eye. He's not tracking runners and crashing into tackles. What he's doing is positioning himself in the correct way. What he's doing is cutting off passing lanes. Yeah, what he's doing is pressing, but like not highly intelligence. Yes, but because you can't watch that and see that. In real time, it's he gives us nothing defensively. Don't get mistaken. I want a major upgrade on him, but
flawless. I'd argue McAllister's better defensively than Mount.
Not even argue you down.
Well, McAllister played deep for Brighton at times. He played double pivot with Caicedo
because he's got the defensive nous, and he also has a little bit of durability where he can get around the pitch. Mason Mount's a very good presser of the ball and can run around and try and pressurize defenders and whoever and other midfielders, but he's not a very good tackler and he's not a very good defensively minded player.
Yeah,
he's a bit like Szoboszlai, but except Szoboszlai gets stuck in. He gets stuck in. He gets
he's
to win
an
the
athlete,
ball.
Man.
Like he's got that Red Bull in him, that Red Bull gene in him.
Do you see that? Do you see that bit where he had the ball and he just zoomed past two defenders on the right touchline? That was that guy's a beast, man.
Like, Flawless is in pain. Flawless is in pain. Right?
I'm shaking my head now. You know what is? It's not even in pain. It's my fans who backed this and then looked at me like I was crazy, and then I feel like they make me out like I'm the mad one, and then 2 weeks later we're here.
But we asked the question, Flawless, to people that were backing Mount. Would you have Szoboszlai or Mount?
Yeah. I said I could go 5-a-side there, me and get some ballers I prefer to see in United over Mount. 100%. 110%. He was never going to work. Stephanie G says, question to both Ram and Ryan. How many points do you think Liverpool have to have after 10 Premier League?
It's hard to say because
we have to look at our fixtures.
Yeah, we don't
I don't know what the fixtures are, but I also don't know what our window's going to look like until it's done.
We'll keep it just for now. We'll keep it with the
as
team
it stands, as the team.
So no
stands.
additions. Yeah. No
Which
additions.
could actually happen.
So you play away at Newcastle Sunday the 27th.
That's a loss.
Draw.
What are you saying, Ram? Draw.
I think it's a loss.
So you're saying draw, loss.
I don't think we win.
So
maybe
draw.
We could nick a draw if you're lucky.
So that's 0 points, Ryan. 1 point, Ram. All right. At home to Villa.
Draw. Actually,
Win.
yeah, I think we'll win that still.
Okay.
They
Because
play a high
people
line. I
get
think they'll
people
exploit.
get mistaken. They should have had a man sent off that game, and we should have
Yeah,
been
I
more
actually think we'll
clinical.
get a win in that. They play a high line. I think we can exploit
Yeah.
that.
All right, Fairs. Way to Wolves.
Win.
Should win. We should win.
Win. I
Home
don't
to
rate
Wa-
Wolves.
Home to West Ham.
Win.
Win.
Because it's at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Away at
decent.
Spurs.
Draw.
Draw.
Away to Brighton.
A
Loss.
draw.
Okay. Merseyside derby. At Anfield.
Win. Win.
Win. Definitely.
Forest
Win.
at home.
Win.
Luton away.
Win.
Yeah, should win.
We're not confident there, Ram.
No, we should win. We should win. Sorry.
Alright, cool. I just didn't know.
I thought we already went past 10 games. That's why.
No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had went past, but we've not. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
is
was
that not 10?
4, 6, 8. No, because it
Is
was.
that including the first 2 games we've already played?
No, yeah, because no, because she said after. Oh, she did say after 10. I was just gonna name 10. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. She said after 10, so technically you're right. I was just gonna name the next 10. So right, Ram, you not losing then. So you said
Right, you got us unbeaten.
You draw against Newcastle. You beat Villa. You beat Wolves. You beat West Ham. You had the draw against Spurs. Did you say? What did you say against Brighton?
Draw.
Ram? Draw. Everton you beat, and Forest you beat as well. So right, is that you? Yeah, undefeated. So that's let me total that up. So Newcastle, that's 3 points.
But Flores, I have to ask you, yeah.
Go on.
When we are undefeated, draws will tend to be the thing that costs us in the end. So,
Alright,
That's true.
But you said wait. So I'm just gonna tally this up. So you said Newcastle. Did you say win? Yeah, 3 points. Villa at home, 3 points. Wolves at home.
Newcastle's
No,
a
I said
draw.
draw.
You said draw. Oh, you said draw. My bad. So that's 1 point. Villa at home is 4 points. Wolves away, you said win 7 points. West Ham is 10. Spurs, you said draw. That's 11.
Yeah, 11.
Brighton, what
12.
did you say? Draw. 12. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the Merseyside derby, you said
There'll
win.
be
That's 15.
18.
And then Forest is 18. All right, 18 points. We all feel okay. All right, you know what I'm saying? So
Because
undefeated.
look at the games at home. Look at the games at
I
home.
hear you.
We should be winning.
Yeah.
I hear you. What you saying, Ryan? You know what I'm saying? Because you was a little. What losses did you pick? So you said
I
Newcastle.
said
You
we
said
lose
lost, yeah.
Newcastle and Brighton away.
Okay, first. Hey, Liverpool fans confident.
But I said
Rightfully
we win
so.
most of the others. I said we win our home games.
Rightfully so.
Draw
Nah,
at
you
Spurs.
did. Nah, you should be. I think you got a team that can beat most teams.
But that could
Do you know
change.
who's gonna be
If we make a
important?
couple of good signings in the rest of the window, maybe get a DM, maybe a centre back, then that could change at the end of the day. But as it stands with that team right now, I don't think we go to Newcastle and Brighton and get something. I'll be real.
Fast, but
Do you know
we'll
who's
see.
going to be important in those 10 games? Luis Diaz.
I'll make you say that before we continue. Speaking of people
Unpopular
who are-
opinion.
Speaking of people who are important, you know what I'm saying, and great additions, you know what I'm saying, great addition to the show
not
and
this guy,
Sarcasm
man.
City TV. Man, like Saint in the building. Yes, family. What you saying?
Big
Good?
up, Saint. Big up, Saint.
Gang. What God? You telling me?
Yeah, man. Bless, man. Good to see you as well.
Well, say most of the stream we've been comparing Mason Mount with Soboslai.
No, you have been. You know what I'm saying? This joke, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy getting his jokes off.
Red
What,
man
prick?
over here
What,
in
what,
muddy
what,
waters, bruv.
prick?
What
What,
God?
prick, yo? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This guy.
Someone's team is mudded. I had to make an appearance, man. What do you mean? I'm walking through the sludge and that. What you telling me?
All right, don't forget about the butcher. We still haven't talked about United for all this, man.
You know
What
what
do
it
you want
is,
to know?
yeah?
I've spoken
You know
about
what it
United.
is, yeah?
But any questions? Yeah,
You know what it is, yeah? We've done this show for a good, God knows how long.
Yeah, it's
And-
been a strong minute.
One of the few things that we both agree on wholeheartedly is Spurs are washed. So and tell me I'm wrong.
We have been, but I think with Postecoglou, they will be better. I
Listen,
think
they
they
will be
will be
better.
better.
And they-
Listen
I-
to this dickhead. Listen to this guy. Man
Why
never
am I a
said this
dickhead,
prior.
yo?
Man never said this prior. Run the tapes. Man never once said on this
Nah,
show. With
I did say-
Postecoglou, man said
Nah,
these
because
were
I
the
didn't
worst.
know. I've only seen them twice. They impressed me against Brentford, though. Even though they didn't win, they was better
Second half
against Brentford.
Brentford, I thought they played really well. Second
And
half.
they got 2 midfielders. Ironically, I wanted in the past 2
That's
summers,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying.
a whole different conversation.
If they get like they've got a midfield that I actually look at. That's not even bad. Like
Yeah,
if they
you
get
just
like
got-
another midfielder, because they got the money to do it, surely because it's okay. Let's say they get another good midfielder, Bissouma, Maddison, and insert decent midfielder in there. That's something that they can work with at the end of the day. I'll be honest. Like
That's I've been trying to tell man about Postecoglou, whatever that I said. Like obviously, I seen what he was doing with Celtic up here, and I said that. I also said that him without a Kane would make his job easier. Do you know what I mean? Like
pressure's off,
which he's doing. But yeah, you lot look fucking shit, bro. Right back to Man United, fam. Like on all of this.
Talk about it.
Bro, you talk to me about it, bro. What's going on, bro?
What you want to know? I've been talking. What you want to know?
Therapy session for you, flawless man.
I definitely don't need no.
Bro, can I just say, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? I don't need none of that.
Thomas like been balling out, bro, doing what I thought he would do. Been told you about this guy. McAllister's red card rescinded. Living, watching Man United get absolutely slaughtered. My birthday on Saturday as well. So yeah, get me.
What? This just gone Saturday?
Just gone. You get me?
Oh, happy birthday, man!
Bro, you kept that quiet, bro.
Happy birthday, man! Happy belated, I should say. Happy belated, man.
Come on. So yeah, bro, I'm chilling, brother. So talk to me. What's Eric? I'm hearing certain man saying Ten Hag's a waste.
Of course, man. Like, of course, Manchester United lose 2 games. The sky's falling. Burn it all to the ground.
Lost 1 game.
It's all good. See that? That's how much my fan base has been complaining. They've made me think that we've lost both games. Like I forgot that we actually won.
You're lucky
that
not
Wolves
to
game
lose.
was pretty bad. I didn't watch that Wolves game in it, but that must have been pretty bad.
We should have lost it. But hey, if Cunha could score from 3 yards out, they win the game. That's not on me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shoot and score from 3 yards out.
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, they should have won. Hey, that's why they're Wolves.
Cunha was rolling out on your.
Yeah, man. He did. Cunha, before you go, one second. Yeah, Cunha did ball out until, like I said, he had to score from 3 yards out and missed. But go on, carry on. Go around.
What was this about? United fans saying that it wasn't a foul.
Wait. How am I being shameless? Did he not miss from 3 yards out?
Yes.
Yeah, but no, that.
It was still what? He was balling out until he missed from 3 yards out. What are we talking about? I was saying, he missed from 3 yards out. We took the 3 points.
But that's always been his problem ever since he was in Germany.
Scoring from 3 yards out? Yeah, you shouldn't be a professional footballer.
Stop scoring. He just can't score a goal.
Hey, I bury that, and I'm not finished.
You just sound like a Chelsea player.
You should be a Chelsea player. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
but
they got players
your fan base the entire time kept on saying it won a pen. It won a pen. I'm like,
the Onana one.
Because it's again, you just said it there. It's the Manchester. You are expecting.
No, but it's the so-called realistic fan base.
Yeah, but it's not. Who told you these things that it was realistic? You're expecting a Manchester United fan base, to look at something objectively and look at it logically, like I would, and tell you from the jump.
I do that all the time.
You do, but we're rare breeds. We are men of football. You know what I'm saying? That's why we can look at things and just honestly say shit. I'd go check the watch along. As soon as it happened, I said pen. Even before the replay, I said pen. Shout out to Eddie if he's still in the chat. Eddie was like, nah, it's not a pen. Because Eddie's one of them fans. Eddie legit said it's not a penalty. Watch the replay. I said it's not a penalty.
You know
what did Top say? It wasn't a penalty too.
Oh, Top said it was a pen. No, Top said it wasn't a pen.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
With them LA glasses, man.
Man, but it's not even LA glasses, Manchester United glasses. That's Eddie for you. You know what I'm saying? He said it, like I said, initially when it happened, and then after watching the replay, and even after it wasn't given, it was like, nah, it's not a penalty. That's why I respect Eddie, because he honest and open with his shamelessness and his biasness.
What did Metaza say?
I think Taza said pen. I can't remember exactly, but I think.
So what are you saying about Eric Ten Hag, bro?
Yo, Taza's close to Ten Hag out. I heard.
What's going on with Eric Ten Hag? Like the style.
It's the same team as that. Yeah, people keep saying this. So I was talking about this before you got here, saying as well. I've been talking about this all the times in regards to it's been 2 games and it's the exact same team, bar Mason Mount in terms of outfield, and people are expecting something different. Now, that's on. Go on.
Certain man was saying in preseason that you were looking a bit sluggish and you man didn't really have it together.
See, I heard different that because I didn't watch preseason. I heard different things. I heard the second team was better than the first team in regards to in regards to how we was playing, and also secondly as well that we were looking better in preseason. I didn't watch because preseason.
All I remember was the Mason Mount miss.
The one against the one at home.
Yeah, the one against. Is it long?
Missed the open goal.
Yeah, I don't even know, but yeah, like that's legit what it is. Like I know that, but that's on the manager in regards to Mason Mount. So that's. The reason why I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not surprised by what I'm seeing or upset by what I'm seeing because I expected this. Me and you, Saint, like you said, I've been doing this show for how long? I've never wanted Mount. Even when we first got linked with him.
I have to back it. I have to back
Yeah,
it.
like and I said
Yeah.
it wouldn't. And then when you add in an average player to a team that's not going to suit him at all in terms of the midfield, and then wonder why it's going to look like that, of course it is.
Well, shouldn't that be question marks on the manager if we can see these glaring things?
Absolutely.
Do you know what's another
Absolutely.
worrying thing as well for this? I feel as though you guys did what we did last year with Darwin Núñez. In terms of we bought a young striker who is expected to fill in the boots or do a job that is probably too much for him at this stage. Like we expected Darwin to fill in the shoes of Sadio Mane.
Go on, talk about the Darwin Núñez thing. Back in one sec.
Me.
All right, yeah.
I'd consider starting him on the left on Sunday. No, hear me out.
I don't start Darwin Núñez, bro. He's not a starter.
No, I said I'd consider starting him on the left. I know Diaz has done his thing first 2 games, but I actually think for the type of game
Diaz is red hot. You want to sit a man down who's probably the most
bro. You got to consider what the game's going to be. I think as front 3 in that game of Salah, Gakpo, Núñez. I personally think that's our most balanced front 3.
I'd hear it. I'd hear Darwin playing up front.
Darwin scored there last season. That's what 3 did the business there.
I think for me, Jota should get dropped.
Yeah,
because he's been.
I hear that. I think he should as well. But like, well, you have to admit, I think. And let's be real. I think Endo's going to start that game in it as DM, and I think he should. To be honest,
think so?
Yeah. He'll start.
If that's the case, then Gakpo starts for me.
But that's the thing. I think Endo's going to start, and I would start Endo on Saturday and Sunday. Sorry, as it stands, because I just think we need someone who is just a DM to just go in that position. I don't want to be putting square pegs in round holes against Newcastle, man. Like, just put a guy.
Ram yourself childish. This Ram guy is childish, you know. This guy is a childish. Ram is a childish guy, you know. Carry on, man. I apologize on Ram's behalf for you, right? But this guy's so childish, man. You know what I'm saying? This fucking guy, yo. This guy.
Nah, it's the fact that you just see your head just slicked up as soon as he said it. I was like, damn, man.
It is, man. It's square pegs and round hole, man. You know what I'm saying? Round pegs and square holes. You know what I'm saying? Same difference. Well, yeah, go on, Ryan. Carry on.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that I think Endo is going to start, and I would actually start him because he's a DM, so just put a DM in there at the end of the day. We got no one else to put in there at the end of the day. So, and then you push Mac and Szoboszlai, obviously, play them as the 8s, and then put Gakpo as false 9, because I still think that's what we should do. Gakpo is a false 9, man. I don't think we should play him anywhere else, especially not in midfield. I prefer him down the middle much more than Jota as well, especially for this game. And then obviously Salah plays right, of course. And then I think Núñez, if you play Gakpo as false 9, I actually think in terms of balance, I think Núñez is actually the one with the attributes that fits playing the left-hand side the most. I've said I think Núñez is better on his best position is on the left. I had no problems with Núñez on the left last season. His best form last season came on the left.
Saying it's got the stick ready, bro.
Núñez's best run of form last season came on the left. It was around February and March.
Núñez don't have a.
You see,
bro, I don't even like Núñez, bro. But I'm saying,
Ryan, in your defense, you're not saying start him. You just think that's his best position is from the left.
No, he's saying start him.
I consider starting him.
No, he's saying start him, rude boy.
Oh, yeah, that's wild still. Yeah.
No, because I think his attributes suit that game more than a Diaz if you play.
But you're the most informed.
That's where I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make any sense. However. So what you're saying, yeah, is a man is so brazy, yeah, like he's all over the place. But the one thing that we can say is that he's better on the left. But he's coming in for a player who is our most informed attacker. Like, I don't understand. It doesn't matter what
I think Núñez's attributes suit that game more than Diaz.
Right. Just to add.
What attributes?
Which game? Which game? Before you
answer Newcastle on Sunday.
Okay, fair. Go on, carry on.
What attributes? Them man, they don't play like a stupid high line where he's got hella space to run into. So that negates his pace.
But I don't think we dominate possession or anything on Sunday.
They're
playing away from home at the end of the day.
Who cares about possession?
The guy scored there last season. That front three.
You lot did play very well there.
But Ryan, you need to add context to where did he score? He scored in the middle of the.
No, he scored.
area.
No, he was playing left hand
scored
side
as a-
that game. You know,
but he scored as a striker because he played
because he made the
in
run
centre.
inwards. He made the run inwards because Gakpo dropped deep and he made the run inwards.
But you can't say. But what I don't understand is because of what a man did last season, he takes the place of a man who's red hot right now.
And we could argue Luis Diaz is doing what Darwin did last season and then some.
That's what I'm trying to say. However good his attributes are, they're not more befitting to our team than what Diaz is doing right now.
Bro, do you remember that time Gakpo Nunes for three was kind of cooking last season?
No, but Ryan, look at Luis Diaz's last 2 goals. They were more or less in the centre of the penalty.
Nah, I hear you.
Making them runs.
Yeah, I ain't getting on to Diaz for anything, but I just feel like Nunes runs in behind and he's pacing behind. I think from the left hand side inwards. I think suits this game personally.
He gets in behind and then does fuck all. Trips over his feet. Like, do you know them ones there? Don't know.
That's true.
Like,
in
terms of the that's what's most annoying because I get you, bro. He's gonna come, but then it's just like, brother, what you doing with it?
But what I will say is his run of form when playing on the left last season was actually very good. Like the guy had a good run of form playing on the left with Gakpo and Salah in that front three. Remember that front three, Salah, Gakpo, Nunes, around February and March. That front three was cooking for a few weeks, you know. It just got split up eventually.
No, you're right. I don't disagree with you, and I prefer him on the left as opposed to
yeah.
But he's still not better than Diaz. Do you know them ones there?
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is better than Diaz. I'm just saying that personally with Nunes' attributes, I think that he suits that game on the left more than Diaz.
Don't you think though, Ryan, the attributes that you're talking about, which I do agree with in regards to what Nunes is good at, but they're also, if not more effective, off the bench in that same game.
That could be a way to. That could.
Yeah, because I think he's better off the bench. Say, for example, not that Diaz is bad, but Nunes could be, depending on the game,
against tired legs,
the bench,
etc. Like,
and then a Diaz, and because of Diaz's current form of the goal he's just scored. So I hear it. You know what I'm saying,
yeah. I'll be real. If anyone does deserve to be dropped, it's dropped.
My thing is, my thing, which neither of them are fucking good at, is they are exposing Robertson, bro. That's the thing. Like, none of them are giving man enough help. Like, do you know them? It's like they're forgetting it's just attack. You know them ones there? Like, Diaz is really good looking to isolate a man, but they're not giving no... That's where I miss Mane the most, you know? That's where I miss Mane.
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean?
But you're seeing little remnants where Robbo's actually playing well with Luis Diaz because they're starting to understand a little bit.
Their chemistry's starting to get a bit better. It was non-existent before.
Yeah, it was horrible, bro. And it was just like, and then people were getting on that Robertson, which I get, but I was like, bro, he's exposed. Like, just wait.
I think with Robertson as well, I think the fact, especially in that Chelsea first half, I kept saying that Gakpo playing on the left side of midfield. But it's not Gakpo's fault. It's not his position. Gakpo didn't understand his defensive responsibility in that game at the end of the day because it's not his position. So that's also why Robertson was left exposed against Reece James and Sterling on that side, which is why he struggled in the first half in that game. So I actually don't think it's the left winger. I think it's that side of the midfield as well. I think McAllister playing there and also having a natural DM will help Robertson that side, to be honest.
But then I've seen it not be. I've seen Curtis Jones be on that side and him still get exposed. Do you know them ones there? I've seen that.
No, I hear you.
That's why I'm thinking it might be the winger because we never used to have that. Brother, our left hand side, bro, it was non-penetrable. Like people weren't trying to. Do you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, it's weird. But
I'd argue. What's it called? With that game, that left side, especially with that Chelsea game, because of the way Reece James was moving. It was more on the onus on Gakpo to actually help him out than rather Luis Diaz. That part I agree with, right?
Because Sterling was dropping into those pockets on that right hand side where Gakpo probably should have been picking him up at the end of the day and helping Robertson out. But again, I struggle to put it on Gakpo because he's being played out of position at the end of the day. Like he doesn't understand his role.
But you have to still say you got even if you're out of position, you still got instructions and you've got to listen to.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah,
and you still got to use. Look, Gakpo isn't a stupid guy, as in he's got a very high
intelligent footballer.
So he's got to do. I say you have to ask yourself. You got to do more. You know.
That's fair.
That's
the
Before
way I
we
see it.
continue, just over 70 of you lot in the building. Continue to bump up the likes at 45 likes. Get us up to 60 likes, people. Hit that subscribe button on the channel as well. Continue to get your questions in. Please just keep them Manchester United or Liverpool related as well. We'll continue to get to your questions. And I know you was asking me just before I stepped off, say in regards to question marks about the manager. Absolutely. I've said it's a horrible signing and it's a major error on his part that he needs to address. And he needs to address it in this window. And the reason how I know this is because people have already been talking about Manchester United needing to sign a midfielder to replace the midfielder we just signed. That's how bad he is. People are already celebrating that he's injured after 2 games. Bear in mind, we won one of those 2 games. But we should have known this because he's playing no different to how he played at Chelsea. That's the craziest shit to me in regards to the Mount thing. I've not even criticized him for his performances because I watched him play for the past 3-4 years, in particular the past 2 doing watch-alongs at Chelsea, and I've seen him at his very best and seen him at his very worst. We was in North London on, was it Sunday we played the game? Saturday? Whenever we played it. Saturday when we played Spurs, I believe it was. If you were to give him a blue shirt and put him in West London, it's the same as last season. Why are we shocked when average player plays average? This shouldn't be a shock. Go on.
I want to ask you a quick question for this.
Yeah.
This is completely off topic, so I don't know if you want to.
Wait. Let me ask a question
Go on.
before.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. I actually want to hear what you got to say though, Ram. Go on, say it.
Yeah.
There's bare booky things like making Bruno your captain, bro. What the fuck is that about, bro? Like he's probably the most non-like captain person I can think of.
Man. In
Do you know what I mean?
Bruno,
That's moaning. That's tools downing and shit.
I get what you're saying in regards to Bruno being a captain. The reason why I'm not really too fussed about captaincy because if you display captain-like attributes as a player, you're going to do it regardless. So, for example, I don't think you're going to give Casemiro the captaincy and he's going to do any more than what he's already doing.
But to
He's
give
a
it
leader
to
like
Bruno, I just don't know what that does for you.
Maybe, and this is just me looking at from the outside looking in, and I personally wouldn't have given the captaincy to Bruno, but then I just don't think Bruno's good enough. Like that's nothing to do with the captaincy. Trying to give him more responsibility to get because he was our captain for the most part of last season anyway. It was Bruno for the vast majority because Maguire didn't play. He's trying to elevate him. He's trying to get more out of Bruno, which he can't because there's nothing behind that Bruno door. But he's trying. He's trying, innit? Like I disagree with, even though I back the manager, and Shikar said this earlier in the chat and was like, you can back a manager and still criticize, and that's
criticize the decisions.
I back him, but I still criticize certain decisions, like signing Mason Mount, like not going to replace Bruno, for example. Ironically, the guy who played well against us, Maddison, is the player I wanted all summer long. I was screaming and saying,
you were saying
Maddison.
that before the season ended. Yeah.
Before the season, I've been a fan of Maddison for the longest. Ironically. Ironically, the other guy in their midfield I wanted when he was at Brighton. You know what I'm saying? These are blatantly obvious.
That one I was like, you should have got him.
Blatantly obvious. No.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you talk about Mac.
No. I was talking about no. When I said who we played against. So I'm saying the two midfielders who played well in their midfield, 2 out of the 3, are 2 midfielders I wanted over the past 2 summers. I wanted Basuma before he went Spurs. Basuma. I wanted Basuma before he went Spurs, and I wanted Maddison before he went Spurs. To me, that's not even anything genius.
Yeah,
right there. Right there. For cheap.
I said it.
A lot if it goes wrong.
I say this again, Flawless, and Man United fans were happy about it for some weird reason. Go on. The midfielder that he needed this summer was McAllister. His partnership with Casemiro would have been fire.
Yeah, you would.
And you know what? Again,
I actually think the midfielder that they need this summer, they still ain't got, and I hope they don't. But I actually think it's like Amrabat. I think
it's Amrabat. Yeah, Amrabat. But you know what? The problem is But Ram, you know what? Ram, you know what annoys me so much, even more so about the Mount deal is you just mentioned McAllister, Saint mentioned Amrabat. I think if you put any form of quality central midfielder next to Casemiro, that improves us so much as a unit. We have a quality central midfielder in Casemiro. Go get another one. And then all of a sudden, the midfield looks better. The whole team looks better. And we splurged that money on Mason Mount. Why? I still have no idea.
But this is what I don't understand. Is
no idea.
You don't want to play, yeah? You don't want to play like kind of like possession-based football in that, yeah?
We don't, fam.
I don't think they do. It's more similar to what us under Klopp.
You don't.
What,
Because
that
people
kind
keep
of
saying-
like high press?
High
Yes,
press rock and roll.
Because when you look at all the players we've been linked with, so ever since Ten Hag got here and we was in for De Jong and then we didn't end up signing De Jong, look at any strong links to any central midfielders. I'll even go one further. Any central midfielders, any of the attackers, even any of the fullbacks we've been linked to. One thing they all have in common is they can all run.
Yeah,
They can all run. Whether you rate them, whether you don't, we never went and got and looked at another De Jong type player. So it's not like you didn't get De Jong and it's like, all right, go get Kimmich. Go get Verratti, for example. Not saying
people forget even with attackers, you lot were in for Nunes at the same time as us. Like, people forget that.
That fits. Gakpo, we was in for. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was linked with type of thing. So, yeah, in regards to it, and he just made a mistake. He's made a massive mistake with Mount. And he has to rectify that this summer or we're screwed. If he don't rectify that before the window closes.
But how do you rectify that?
Go sign another central midfielder.
Yeah, but you don't even have the piece to get Amrabat. So how's he?
I don't think it's a question of peas. I think it's a question of something's not right. I don't think it's a peas thing. I don't think it's a money thing.
Because it's probably something like. Do you think it's a manager thing?
No, because we did the exact. No, there's something that we are not being told because people forget we did the exact same thing with Kim Min-jae. We agreed personal terms with Kim Min-jae, and the money was there because Kim Min-jae. When he went to Bayern, I don't think we had signed anybody at that point, or it might have just been.
It was early. It was early in the window.
So the Onana we signed after that. Hoyland we signed after that. So I don't think it's a lack of money. I think something's off, and I don't know what it is.
I think it could maybe be similar to us in terms of Liverpool have the money for pretty much most players. The Caicedo thing showed that Liverpool have the money. It's just a fact of whether they value the player at the price that the selling club are quoting. Like, they didn't value Lavia at 50 million, even though it was stupid because they should have paid it and they let 4 million get in the way. But it could be something like that where I don't know how much Fiorentina want for Amrabat.
If you say that, then they went back in for Lavia.
That's called desperation, though. That was a panic thing, bro.
Yeah, but if you don't rate a man, you don't rate a man. I don't honestly think it's the case.
I think it's rate a man at a certain price.
But I don't even think that.
If Lavia was 30 million, I think you lot sign him and get that wrapped up.
100%.
Oh yeah, 100%, because we paid 46 in the end.
Oh, if he's 40 million, you wrap that up. I think for whatever reason, even though I think it was very silly,
it was stupid
to pay 50 M's. Why that is
this is why I don't understand. This is why I don't understand. This is why I don't think so. Yeah, because you will put in a bid of 46 million, all inclusive of that. That's dumb. That's dumb. What you're trying to say is that you don't rate a man 4 million more than
that's stupid.
That's on us, you and me and Ram and Ryan and other football fans. We give these people in powers and managers way too much credit at times. What you just said there is dumb. People just make dumb decisions. Like dumb. You not signing Lavia for 4 million is dumb. Us signing Mason Mount is just dumb.
You can't put that on. I don't think he's worth. You can't say I don't think he's worth 50 million, yeah? Then put in a bid of 46 million. What are you doing?
But they did, though. That's the thing. They did do it, man. It was so stupid.
That's you thinking. No, it's not. I just think, yeah, them man have moved a certain way, yeah? And they've moved a certain way because of certain people. Now, they don't have those people and think that they can try and maneuver that way. Like we historically in the market always get our targets for cheaper. Like we're gonna try and, do you know what I mean? Like, bro? The reason you did that was because you had the Michael Edwards of this world. You've got some dickhead now trying to move in a way. Do you know what I mean? So in their head, they're thinking like, even though 50 million, like, no, like, let's go for 46. You're just trying to move it in a way historically you've always moved, but you don't have the parts to actually get it right. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, it's not even that say.
I honestly don't think that they don't rate him for 50. They do.
No,
because you know why? On Andre or whatever.
Yeah,
they're doing the same thing.
Okay, but here's the thing: is then saying
we're paying 30 million.
Yeah, but so let's say what you're saying is true, and it's not. They don't rate him more. They want to get players. They want to keep this image and this look that Liverpool get players for cheaper. That's just in the same bracket as just being stupid.
Oh yeah,
so whether it's your reason or ours, that's just.
But then they went and put 110 million for Caicedo.
No, because we are dumb. We are dumb.
How long have I been saying this?
Ryan. Remember when I told you when we put the Caicedo bid in? I told you it will be a lose-lose situation. One, because Caicedo has already said he wants to move Chelsea. No way. And the fact that we showed our hand to every single club in the fucking world, we got 110 million pounds. Which is such a fucking dumb thing.
That make having money seem bummy, bro. Do you know them ones there? Like
We
we're the
work.
only club that can have that can show 110 million and then think, fuck's sake, man. Like when man are dropping them P's, man are excited. They're getting, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know what it was with the Caicedo thing? The Caicedo thing didn't even make me mad. I was upset, obviously, because of the way it happened and everything. But it didn't even anger me. The Lavia thing was the thing that sent me over the edge. Because that Lavia thing should have been done ages ago. That Lavia thing should have been done weeks ago, and he should already be a Liverpool player.
Now, both of them got me dumb because, like, you have to agree personal terms, bro. You can't just go in. And
I agree.
For that amount of P, and you're not known to show that amount of P. If you're showing that amount of P, you are bagging the player, bro. You get that was the most stupidest, dumbest thing I've ever seen. But you left your wife for your something. Do you know that one?
Let go. I know where you going with this.
Even spoke to the thing. She winked at you. You said, "Yeah, I'm gone." What? And then she was like, "I had sand in my eye. What are you doing here?" Like,
the worst thing was
the Lavia thing.
Like, what is this,
bro? She didn't wink at you, bro. She smiled at you, and she was laughing at you, bro. How much of a bum
It's a joke thing, bro. It's a joke thing. It's a joke thing. That is the worst one. I'm sorry, bro.
You know what was really bad about the Lavia thing? The Lavia thing was the fact that he didn't choose Chelsea over us because of the pull or anything. He chose Chelsea over us because we made him feel like second choice. Because we ditched him, basically.
Bro, Ryan, it's like going up to a girl and saying that you're the one for me, then turning your eye at another girl, and then that same girl looks at you secondly and be like,
then I don't even blame Lavia. Like, we made that guy feel like shit, bro.
Bam. Outrageous.
Exactly what it was. Yeah.
It was exactly what it was, bro. Man lost all composure. Man lost all composure.
He did, yo. Man lost all composure. You're right, yo. You're
brother,
right.
He saw a baddie walk past him, and he said, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah, bro." He said to the thing, he said by the bar, he said, "1 second, I'll be back." And he didn't even move to the dark. Man was in the middle of the thing, scoping him, seeing him get turfed. He come back like, what are you saying anyways? A dickhead. I'm saying 55M to Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. Piss off.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Big up to Lewis in the cut as well, man. Like you said, big up everyone. Hit the likes. This guy running banter says looking lower than a Liverpool opening bid, for fuck's sake.
How's
Can I ask you guys a question about
debut, bro? How was that Caicedo debut? Yeah, you joke, man.
Can I ask you guys a question? Flawless, this in particular to you.
Yeah,
do you think Gravenberch would suit United at the moment? Because I think he would.
I'll say quickly,
I don't know enough.
I don't know enough about him to say. You know what I'm saying? But if Ram's saying he is, I know that Ram knows.
I think he would suit
saying
United.
as well it is. I don't know enough about him like that.
Especially because he's played under Ten Hag as well.
So Ram, tell me then, forget skill set. Is there anyone in the Premier League that you can say he's similar to as a midfielder? Not skill, just profile. Or even in Europe. Anyone else in Europe like that's well known? Let me know in the chat as well, please, people.
I'm not sure, you know, because he's built. He's 6'4". He's very big for a player, but he's not really box to box like that.
Is he more offensive minded than defensive minded though?
He is offensive minded, but he's not really a great box to box player.
Loftus-Cheek.
He's good on the ball. He's very talented.
Loftus-Cheek is a shout. Loftus-Cheek.
Honestly, that's what he reminds me of. I'm not even taking the piss.
Ruben left butt cheek is a shout, bro.
Bro, I wasn't even taking the piss. I'm like,
it just sounds like it because he
I know it does. I know. But that's why I was like, no, he is that kind of like.
No. I'm sorry, Flawless. Look, now Lewis is calling me out right now.
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
at least Endo can actually make a tackle, bro.
No.
No. Hear what I'm saying, yeah? Chelsea fans, you can mock us all day for like that's just gonna be legendary. Like we're in the history books for just looking like mugs. But you cannot chat to man about like my DM, brother. Man looked like he needed WD-40. he was rusty. And then, even forget even without the what's it called, even without the penalty, and then the penalty was just the sriracha sauce on the top.
That was just funny.
You can't chat to man, Lewis, bro. Settle down over there, rude boy. Settle down.
Tell him to make a proper tackle, bro, instead of
Come on,
pen,
bro.
Oh, you man,
Hey, any man that ain't, you got to be on 4 points or more to chat to man, you know.
And just to clarify to James, he says, Flawless, who this brother? This is Saints, the regular. He's a regular co-host on the show alongside Ram as well. He's been here. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I know you ain't been here. That's how
Saints
I know
been
you
here.
ain't
Yeah.
been here. You know, like
Saints been here, man. You catch him every Tuesday here as part of the show. But big up to you, James, man. Large up, Ram, Ryan, everyone that's locked in, Lewis.
Brother, I thought you had gadgets that told you that shit. What's going on? I thought man had cars and phones and all. Ask M. M knows me. Get me. Ask her, fam. She knows me.
And now, Lewis, I can't have energy when my 19 million pound, 900k a year players having better debuts than your 110 million pound Caicedo, bro.
It was a
What kind of reply
joke,
is Lewis? This how I know you'll reach it. You can't have energy when your club was ready to. We didn't know. We was ready. You're right. And I said you can laugh at us for that. But we did. Well, we was going to drop the P's for the Bentley, bro. And you bought it. But we found out it's got a fucking Ford engine, rude boy. Like, you're the one that's you're the part of the joke, rude boy, at the moment. So like you can't fam.
Man is a dusty forward engine as well, bro.
This Chelsea Liverpool beef is gonna run all season.
You know what it is though?
It's gonna run all season.
He started it.
Our team,
we're a better team.
Ambitions in a season, their only ambitions is to get 40 points. But you can't chat to me yet.
Yeah.
You can't, not yet.
Yo, these men can't
Like,
score 40 goals, bro.
I'm not even dissing. Like, this is actual fact. You cannot chat to man. Like, I love you, Lewis. You know you're my guy.
And also tell your manager to win a trophy, bro. At least my manager won league titles, bro.
You ain't got chat to man, bro. You was 12th and in our worst season. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You are outrageous, yo.
Nah.
Outrageous.
Nah, it's not one preseason game, Lewis. It's one competitive
one preseason
game
and a 500 million summer. What's going on, bro? You
spend
$1
billion and win a trophy, bro. Come on.
You're the one that's doing this, buying a man a bag of. Why don't you just let him? Do you get me? Why don't you ease him?
You know what? No. Let's say this is some new ass thing, bro. These man spent £1 billion, yeah, and yet they want to say, "Oh, there's no pressure on us." You spent £1 billion, £1 billion. I'm expecting trophies. I'm expecting
these men spent
trophies.
£1 billion and they're relying on Mudryk to get goals, fam.
Brother, oh my god, the things that I can say about Mudryk, boy.
He's the worst. He's one of the worst wingers I've ever seen.
Hey,
bro, this is Flawless's channel. I don't want to get him.
No, carry on, man. Don't worry about it. The people want to hear it. Yeah, go on, say it.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
I know what you're gonna say as well.
All the hype on that fucking Nick Jackson dying, bro. Where's talent, bro? Well, God.
I ain't gonna lie. When you did the knock, I ain't gonna lie. Say when you did the knock, I thought you was gonna say, "Oh yeah, freaking, Mudryk's volley just hit my house." That's what I thought.
Bro. No one expecting nothing from that pussy. Like he's already gone, bro. But there was a bag of chat, bro. Remember when we did our show? Man, we're like, "Yo, this is gonna be the game," and I said to man, "What did I say?" I said, listen, respectfully, yeah, like we've got Sabozlai, who is a 22-year-old like captain who's been doing it in the Champions League. Like we know what we're getting. McAllister is McAllister. We know what we're getting. You man are getting unknowns. Like I said that, did I not? What happened?
You did say that. Yeah, you did
man,
say that.
what's going on, bro? This guy is a leng man. We don't need a striker. We've got Nick Jackson. Yeah.
Nah, they signed a new youth, bro. They signed some like Brazilian youth from like I don't even know. That's gonna be the next fucking drug, bro, isn't it? They got Fofana, they got Dacho Fofana, they got Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, they didn't sign Jesus, bro, because they can't. Man,
sign Jesus and have and.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Oh yeah. By the way, yeah.
Hey,
Lewis, go tell your boy Endo to speak to Mac about how to score penalties, bro. Because that man can't do shit, bro.
Mad.
So hold that, you
crazy. Hey, they say
That's
this
so
Chelsea
lovely,
Liverpool, is gonna go on for the longest this war. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you, Jacob. Good to see United Spurs of America in the chat. Make sure you lot subscribe to his channel. Says what about Sangara or Onana from Everton?
I'd love Onana.
I don't know. I think he's talking about United because he was mentioning in regards to when we're talking about midfield options, when we're talking about Gravenberch.
Oh, right.
But in regards to Sangara, I don't know too much about him, so I can't really comment.
I don't
until he plays
rate
for
him.
PSV.
He breaks up playing that, but
Destroyer.
Just too one-dimensional one. I just don't think he gives you enough.
No, Onana, I've already said I would take 100%. I've been saying this from like the middle of last season. I've been talking about this. Man, man looks like he should be a backup power forward for the Lakers. Get him in the team. Like, what we doing? Like, he's down the road, won't cost too much, fits the profile and what we're trying to do. Could improve at the age. Say again?
Get him out of a relegation.
This guy taking Everton shots, you know.
They're getting relegated, fam.
I say, you know, that's a whole different conversation. I fuck with the Evertonians in it. Nah, Sean Dyche gonna save them, man. Everyone said that last year.
Yeah,
and then he went to Brighton and packed the Zerbi on his own patch 5-1. But that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, Onana I would take 100%. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's the game that saved him. Go on.
I think Onana, if he wasn't at Everton, I would 100% ask Liverpool to have a look at him properly.
Go on, talk about it. So you'd have him in your midfield?
Yeah, as the DM, 100%, man. But because he plays for Everton, you kind of not. You can't.
No, that stench.
He's got that stench. He has got that stench, bro.
See, I do that just for it to be funny. Genuinely.
Bro, Everton will not give us Onana. Bro.
No, of course they won't give us him.
Who's the last player you man bought from them?
Xavier.
Can I run a quick game? Can I run a very, very quick game?
Yeah. Go on, saying. Yeah. Go on.
What are we saying? When Chelsea fans are gonna be shouting "Potch out"?
Saying you can't.
I actually think he'll do okay. So I don't think he'll get to that point. I think he has to go on a Graham Potter run. He has to be like 12th for them to start shouting "Potch out."
That's fine.
So you're saying like a season then, yeah?
Yeah. I think he'll get a season because next season after they'll look at it and go, yeah. Say again, Brian?
I think what Saint means is the fans though, not the actual board themselves.
Yeah, even with the fans, I don't think the fans will go Potch out. No, even if they're like, say they're 6. Say I don't think. All right, let's clear that up. I don't think the vast majority. I don't think it will be as loud as like it was for Potter, for example.
Yeah, but that's my weed ain't that loud, bro. Like that was, bro. Like he was awful, bro. Like come on, man. You know what I mean, though? Like come on, bro. Like that's the bottom of the barrel, isn't it? Like that's it's the only thing that's worse than that is like a Lampard, isn't it? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't think they'll go. I think the vast majority of Chelsea fans will give Poch the season. Because they've been so bad. So it's kind of like, all right. And I've watched their first 2 games and it's like, all right, you've been better. And they just want to get back to just winning games. Like they've won like Enzo's won 3 matches in his entire time.
Blood and Poch greater than. That's all it is. I'm just seeing this. I'm thinking, all right.
Where do you think they finished though? I think they finished like 6th or 7th.
I think they finished 5th.
Do you think? I don't know.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I think they finished 5th.
These men can't score, man.
Finish?
I think Spurs finished 7th.
Who finishes 6th?
Chelsea.
United.
So who finishes 4th?
Newcastle.
3rd?
Newcastle.
Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you have a 2nd?
Yeah, because like I've been saying all summer long,
right.
One thing that you lot have, when it pays with the outside of Manchester City, you have more creativity and goals than everybody else. Actually, I think we have more goals than Arsenal. You have more creativity and goals from as bad as like. Yes, you have your defensive issues, but say that again. What you say?
We got big tits, bro. No bum, bro. We just.
Hey! But the big titty out,
then the salads, just big. Triple G's, bro. No batty, bro. Honestly, bro. Look at our backup. Joe Gomez and that. No batty, bro.
Yo, if we don't get a centre back, my head's going to be so fucking hot.
Here's the thing is, that's to go and chase Manchester City. That's a different conversation. Yeah, everybody else, I don't think are great. That's what it is. It's not like I'm saying Liverpool will finish 2nd because you're so amazing. No, I just think you're the best of the rest because you have more creativity and goals than everybody else from your fullback areas, when you're in central midfield areas, and your front three.
I hear you, but I do think that because
Don't
of
get
how
mistaken.
advanced
If
he
someone
played.
said Arsenal, I think it would be between you two, second and third. That's what I think it will be. I think it will be between you two because what you lack, they have, but then they
Do you
don't
know?
have what
Do you know
have
what's
going
annoying
forward.
though?
I think Arsenal second personally. I think us third.
But you have
Flores,
yeah,
do you know
that's
what's
what I'm saying,
annoying
it's
though?
fair.
It's the fact that I genuinely think we're only like two good players away in our starting lineup from being a genuinely top team again.
What that's annoying now.
I agree.
It's just frustrating, man.
That's been
It's
annoying,
annoying
bro.
with time. We've
Bro,
always
I
been
like
like that for time.
No, but
Like
at
that
the beginning of the window,
time, bro. That's been us. Nearly, bro. That's what hurts so bad.
I know,
You
man. But like,
you like
no,
need
but
the
at the start of
injections.
the
That's
window,
what it
we
is,
were like
man.
five.
That's
we were
it.
Now we're
we
like-
were a competent centre back away from doing back to back.
Fam.
We were
Yeah,
a
that's
midfielder. We're a midfielder away from doing a quad.
Yeah,
Like,
Man.
yeah.
Bro, we're not asking big things, you know. We're not asking Mbappe,
Yeah.
bro. We're just
It's true. It's true.
That's it.
This has been us, bro.
I said
Fuck's
big
sake.
titty, no bumper, yo.
oh, that
man
that
just did
got
the
that.
ass
I'm
shots.
dead. I'm died. I'm dying right
Because
now.
you know it's so true. You just basically looked at us like, yeah, fuck, he's right.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true though, but it's still wild to say it.
It's you know what's crazy? It's a wild analogy, but it's so accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so accurate.
Those
like,
one hit hard.
That's what it is.
Pause.
But that's what it is with you lot in regards to when I look at everyone else. Like you lot are just gonna like Bournemouth, for instance, like go down, score 3. Like that's not a surprise that you went there and did that. Yes, are you gonna concede goals, but when you look at your side with creativity, the amount of creativity and goals, you have more than other teams in other areas. Like Arsenal, I watched them play Palace. Take Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard out of it, there isn't really too much else in terms of goals and creativity. And Nketiah, Jesus, Havertz, fullbacks ain't really doing too much, and like Partey.
No, I hear you.
Zinchenko
Can I
to an
see?
extent.
I needed to give
Yeah,
someone
go
his
on.
flowers, by the way, because I just saw him in Ram's name as well. Alisson Becker's one of the best goalkeepers like I've ever seen in my whole life.
He the best around.
Like he's honestly like he's actually unreal. Like he I lose
I just
words
watched
for this
Karate
guy.
Kid. I just watched Karate Kid, innit?
I watched it the other day, fam. I watched Cobra Kai as well, man. The other day, he was good.
You better joke, man. That's what you better. Hey, over 100 people in here. Before we close out, continue to bump up the likes. Like check 1212 because we're only at 62 likes. Get us up to 80 likes, people. What are we doing? Hit that like button. You're clearly enjoying the content, whether you're watching live right now or watching this back. And hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell. We did hit the first subscriber mark. We're at 7,780. There's over 100 people in the building. Let's go up to 7,885. Asking for 5 new subscribers, people. I know there's at least 5 of you lot watching right now who haven't hit that subscribe button. Continue to get your questions in. Just please keep them Manchester United or Liverpool related. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to your comment or question. And if you want to join the membership, link is in the pinned comment as well. There's the membership group chat on the Instagram. If you want to jump on the fan calling shows, how to get on the channel here on YouTube, for example, plus more. So make sure you check that
Yo,
out.
Flores, can I
as
ask you a
well.
question?
Yeah, go on. Shoot.
Like, obviously, because you're like older in it, like you see most of the Premier League era. Well, nah, I tried to say that like nice way, innit?
Fuck you, ramming it. I'm saying this guy.
I just said you know more than man.
I literally just did the Kevin Hart right there.
Yeah, he did it. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Yeah, go on, fam. Go on,
Yeah,
Ryan.
because you've obviously seen most
Yeah.
of them. Like, where does Alisson rank in like best keepers in the Prem? Do you think?
We've had
in the
this
Prem
convo
era?
before.
Yeah, he's definitely up there, 100%. He's definitely. You just need to see how if he continues at the trajectory. Yeah, like he's nailed on to be in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like comfortably in the top 3, and then where you rate him is a whole different conversation. But
Yeah.
he's definitely
I
up
think
there.
I told you, Flawless, ability-wise, he's top 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. The only person who do I actually have him currently? I
It was Petr
think
Cech.
the
It was
only-
Petr Cech.
the only person I have
Schmeichel.
above him
Schmeichel.
right now is because
Schmeichel.
Van der Sar wasn't at us for long enough. That's what it is. But Van der Sar,
He
at
joined
the
you when
time
he was
at
old
that
as
level
well,
was
didn't
cold.
he?
I generally
but-
fear like achievements is the only thing I fear. Do you know what I
Well, you
mean?
don't think he gets the achieve, but then again,
The
because
accolades.
I have
From here
check
on,
as-
from here
I
on.
get- from here on, I
Say,
hear you. I
he
have
needs
I have
a-
check number 1, and check only has I think what
We
3,
had that.
4.
I think he has
Champions
3
Champions
Premier
League,
Leagues. I
bro.
think he has
Yeah.
3.
Champions
That's it.
League. No one could chat to man, you know. Like,
Saying he needs if he gets a World Cup, then
yeah. You see
it
what man's
speaks
having to do.
levels.
See what man's having to do.
Or if
though.
he gets like a
Man's having to
second
go
Champions
outside
League or
of-
something.
outside the home, you know, because he knows.
Nah. It's Ryan. It's the World Cup. If
I
he
know,
gets the
because then
World
he's got
Cup,
everything. Yeah,
then
he's got
every
everything then.
trophy in the cabinet he has.
He's got Copa America, hasn't he? But obviously that's not World
Yeah.
Cup.
What? Even the last two number of PL titles, Alisson needs more trophies. See, I told you,
No,
bro.
no,
That's the only
that's
thing
fair.
I've said is his achievements. Like, that's,
Yeah, but you know what? Flawless. I think
Hey,
it's
trusting
unpopular.
Klopp, man, saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Premier
No,
League
but
champs on the way, man.
flawless. And unpopular. I don't really rate Van der Sar that highly.
When I say Van der Sar, I'm talking about his run with us. That's why I said it
don't rate
wasn't
him
long
that
enough.
high.
Like his
Nah,
run
he
with
was
us,
a
he
top
was
keeper,
his
man. He
run
was a
with
top
us.
keeper.
He was immense.
definitely
Like
better than Reno.
that run with us was immense. It just wasn't over a long
I just
enough
overall
period.
as a keeper, I don't rate him highly.
I didn't watch him like that outside of us. I can't really comment.
I
know
thought he was a
solid
top
at
keeper,
Fulham,
man.
But he was
Because he used to play
with
for
us.
Fulham, innit?
Yeah. He was quality with us. He was a major part of the success. Like us three-peating and winning that champs. He was a huge part.
Oh yeah, with that champs alone, yeah, he was a big part of
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
But
Like, with
just
Vidic and
overall
Ferdinand.
as a keeper, I was just like,
But he was one of them. He was more of a mod. He would fit in now because he was actually a ball, not to the level of Alisson or Edison, but he was a ball playing goalkeeper. Then, like he get on the
Yeah.
ball type of thing. But yeah, to Thomason who says Ryan Ram, if you guys don't challenge for the title, there is the title. Is there questions on Klopp and is Klopp under pressure?
Bro,
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm losing patience with Klopp already. I can't even
Talk
lie.
about it, fam. Talk about it.
Just this window, man. Like, you know what it is? I was defending Klopp quite a few weeks ago, in terms of this transfer market, in terms of he identified, what he needed and stuff, and if he doesn't get them, it's not on him. But now I know the money is actually there to spend because the Caicedo thing showed it. If he ends up, because apparently there's reports that he's all right with having Endo as his starting DM for the season, like, and if we don't get another DM, that's automatically something where I have to blame that on Klopp at the end of the day because he's not putting us in the best position to succeed, to be honest with you. And then comes the centre-back thing. We desperately need a centre-back. And if he's happy again to neglect that position, like he did with the midfield last summer, because he did do it, I blame Klopp massively for last summer in terms of the midfield, massively. Then again, if he does the same thing with the centre-back and is happy to go into the season with Matip and Gomez as the backups, again, he's to blame for that as well, because I've said again, the money is there to spend. And it's been shown quite clearly it is there to spend.
Why don't you not go get a centre back? I hear you.
Exactly.
You know what? Like, to be very fair, pretty much riding off of the back of what Ryan said, like a club like Liverpool don't just magically come up with 110 mil in one summer. Like,
Okay, the money's always been there, fam.
Money must have been there, and also at the end of the day, we're not there. Like I've always said, like with Klopp, it's hard for me to know where he ends and FSG begin, kind of thing. What's the relationship? I can only go off of what he says. And last season, coming out with, we're laughing at Sky Sports News because we look at the rumors, and do you know what I mean? We know that that's not. He was just very blasé. He never came out and was like, you know what? Yes, we do need some things, but in a way where you can be like, oh, he's actually saying that. Yeah, like he was just like, no, we're good, we're all right. So yeah, I do think like Klopp is heavily complacent. And he's a one-way guy. That way's got to work, kind of thing. There isn't much. Yeah, he's stubborn. So yeah, I've often, me, I've done said that there's questions on Klopp anyways. Do you see what I'm saying? So
you have said this.
The one thing I don't like about Klopp is the fact that there isn't no second choice. It's literally the first choice or nothing.
Yeah, no, he's spot on.
Bro, come on, man. Like,
that's what he did last summer. Like that's what he did last summer because we all know who his dream DM signing is, but he just doesn't want to leave Real Madrid in it. But when he tried to get him last summer,
Tchouaméni.
Tchouaméni. Like when Klopp tried to get him last summer, because we all know how much Klopp tried. He was ringing him every day before he went to Madrid.
We said, we don't need a DM now. Let's go and get Nunes.
Yeah, and then he neglected the whole thing. After that, it was like Tchouaméni or nothing. It was literally Tchouaméni or nothing. Do you know how stupid that is? It's like, go and get a plan B, fam. You clearly identified that as a position he wanted to strengthen, so you couldn't get your plan A off of what you just throw your toys in the pram then, because you couldn't get your plan A. It wasn't even the club's fault he couldn't get Tchouaméni. He just chose Real Madrid.
It's done this before. Done this before, bro.
Yeah.
It took for a Matip injury for us to go into the market for a defender in January.
We brought Kabak and Davis.
Yeah, if Matip hadn't got injured, I don't think we get them. Do you know what I mean? Like he's been showing this.
I don't even think he wanted.
To be fair, that's the only time I don't blame Klopp.
He didn't want them.
Because he wanted Konate, and the club said we can't afford Konate, and he's like, "What do you mean we can't afford?"
We ended up getting him that summer. So, but yeah, he didn't want Ben. He definitely didn't want Davies because he never played him. So
he wanted Konate that summer.
I remember
at that January transfer window, and he couldn't get him, and he demanded us to get him. But the club were like, "Nah, we're going to save money if we get him in the summer." That's where he started. That's where in a couple of interviews he just started getting a little bit aggy with the owners, like saying, "If we're going to spend money, we've got to spend money, but I can't do anything about it."
What did you Can I ask you Nick a question actually, Ram? What did you think of when Klopp said the other day that he had to persuade the owners to change their policy to sign Endo? Did you hear about that?
I've stopped listening to Klopp presses a long time ago, so I need you to
say that.
That's fair enough.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But if it's, I think the philosophy just is of getting young players is good. Is how we've been doing since the start of the Premier League, man. Like since the turn of the century, we've been like that. Like, name me one player that we signed that was 30 years old that was meant to be starting. Like, I can't think of any.
Yeah,
I only back the 30-year-old players if it's one, they're world class and they could be the game changer and take us up to the next level, or if they're going to be a squad player.
Yeah,
that's it.
I've said on many occasions that I think my club is run by absolute dickheads. Like,
yeah, it is.
I don't think my club is run well.
Is.
Like, I don't think my club is run well.
It's run horribly.
And if Klopp, at a time like this, remember, remember, this is supposed to be the summer that is like, this is our summer after the embarrassment of Jude Bellingham and that, like, mad thing. Do you know them ones there? Like, and everyone knows that we need a midfield and all of that. If Klopp has to, at this point, convince man, like, you've got a policy of getting young man in and then creating, making them into kind of stars, whatever. Good for you. But Klopp needed to tell you at this position right now, bro, no. We can't do that right now. Like, that's mad, bro. Do you understand? Like, that's like,
yeah.
Like, man had to tell you after you crash, big man, I think you need to change the brakes, bro. Like, them ones that, what's going on right now, bro?
Prevention's
you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not.
Prevention's better than cure. Yeah.
Man's trying to say it like it's like, what do you fucking want, Klopp? Do you want me to clap my hands and be, yo, shit, like, brother, big man? I know it's just, what the fuck, bro? Like, it just further shows me the state of my club. Do you know what I mean? If man can't realize the importance right now of, like, yo, fuck, like, man still thought that, no, we'll be all right. We'll just go and get some young youth. And that is the case. And Klopp needed to step in. It doesn't really fill me with much fucking confidence. It just further shows me that, again, my club is run on a mad thing, right?
It's just a philosophy. It's a money-making business thing. As in, like, that's what they care about. Think about it. If you buy it,
I said my club, bro.
No, but the club.
My owners,
bro. If you talk about
man there, like, what's going on?
The owners own the club, so the club are the owners. The philosophy comes from the owners. The fact that they want to make money. The whole idea of the idea.
But the owners have always been there, and they were there at a time when, like I said before, one of the biggest envies of any other rival was how well our club was run.
Yeah,
used to do
the sports science. Yes,
the business was good. Yeah,
I'm talking, bro. You can say sports science. It was everything. It was sports science. It was recruitment. It was everything. Everyone was like, bro, they're just, bro, like that, bro. At that time, last I checked, FSG was still owners. So it's not really the owners. I'm talking about the club as a whole.
Bro, and this is where
they are to blame, but I'm talking about. I'm just literally saying, like,
there's definitely multiple.
No, but this is where I challenge you, right? And I'm going to look at this from a business standpoint, right? Good businessmen are ones that can start a business and make it a multi-million business. The best businessmen are the ones that keep it, the multi-millionaires, and make it multi-billion-dollar companies.
Sustain. That's what they fail to do. Sustain success at the end of the day.
And that's where FSG falls short. And the fact that everything started to become shit behind the scenes comes from the owners, because they're the top of the food chain. They're the ones that are controlling everything.
I understand that. I do totally understand that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that our club is shit now. That's all I'm trying to say. We can point the finger and all of them things there, yeah. But I'm just saying, our club is ran like shit. That's just the be all and end all of it.
Can I address a couple of things, by the way?
You can. Let me just get to hold that thought. What is this? Because Josu just said you can tell Klopp is feeling the pressure. Man told Anfield to stop singing that shit.
Yeah,
what did he tell you not to stop singing?
Happened on. So we got that song where I'm so glad that Jurgen is a red, all that. Yeah. And the fans were singing it in the second half. Probably when we were 3-1 up, maybe. And you could hear Klopp in the background shouting, "Stop singing that shit." Something like the game's not over yet. He wants the fans to sing it at the end of the game, not during the game.
Just let the fans do what the fans do, man.
I don't think. I don't think it's like.
I think it's the whole idea of our complacency will come into the players, and that kind of thing. I think it's just
because I think he feels that it's a song that is sang when like maybe the fans think the game.
A bit
is
like
over.
You'll Never Walk Alone at the end.
Yeah.
Just never mind.
I think it's a bit of a. I think Klopp's made that a bigger situation than what it should be, to be honest.
Let them sing what they want.
You know, back in the day, like, I would fight for Klopp, bro. Like, he'd say some outlandish shit. Like, it was snowing in the wind. I'm like, you damn fucking right, bro. Are you? But now he just, honestly, just chats so much shit, bro. Like,
I used to defend him like he was a family member.
Yeah, bro.
Like a couple of 2 or 3 years ago, I used to defend him like he was like part of my family. But like now, I'm like,
all that win shit. I was like, yeah. All that win shit was like, yeah, you could take that heat, bro. You could take that. I know.
I'm sure I would defend him.
I was back.
I wasn't that bad. Where I was back, bro. I was like, bro, I know what you're doing. I was like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
No, but Flawless, you remember innit? You remember that COVID season where we were really bad and we went on that 6 home game losing streak?
Oh yeah. You
remember that was when I was starting. And I remember on streams, I was like not blaming Klopp. I was blaming the players. I was like, I ain't blaming Klopp.
Nah,
that guy, I treated him like a family member. Even though I knew Klopp was actually massively at fault for it, innit?
I was like, this pussy, bruv. This little fucking bruv. I started to see the light. Man started saying I was doing it for trolling and liking and dumb shit, bro. But it is what it is. Hey, man, I got.
Yeah, same. Love every time. Big up, man.
Big up,
every single time. You already know.
Good to see you again, man.
Always. We're gonna close out the show very shortly as well, people. Anyway,
your Flows, can I address a couple of things?
Yeah. Go on, get to it.
Yeah, I think there was one comment I wanted to address. I think that TKA said about Nunes instead of Tchouaméni is mad. I know for a fact that Liverpool were actually planning on doing both deals last summer, both Nunes and Tchouaméni, because I think they was both around maybe the same time. But again, we got Nunes, but Tchouaméni was just the fact of he chose Real. Liverpool were going to put the money down. Really wanted him, and he just chose Real Madrid in the end. It was just one of those things. But they should have gone and got Plan B. But Klopp was too stubborn and too much of a twat to do that in it. So, yeah, that was that's why I fully blamed that summer on Klopp, to be honest with you. But I think another thing is I actually think when I deep it, this summer is actually worse. This summer transfer window is actually worse than last summer. And the reason why I say that is because despite the fact we've made
that bad.
Now, you know why I'll say that, Ram, when I think about it, is because last season, you could have said at the start of last summer that maybe a rebuild was needed, but you could have looked at the season we had just had and say, we only need maybe a couple of top plays to get us over the line. But here, we knew we had to go into this summer needing a full midfield rebuild, 1 or 2 defenders, something like that. We needed like minimum 5 players, 5 good top players. And yet we're 8 days left of the window and we've got 3 players in. I doubt whether we get what we need in the rest of this window.
I would disagree with the fact that
this might be worse.
No, because we still needed a midfielder last.
We 100% did, but I think we needed less. You could have said at the start of the window last summer, we just come back on the back of winning 2 trophies, coming within 2 games of winning the quadruple. That maybe we just need a couple of top players in, to take us over the line. Maybe we don't need a rebuild at that time because we've done so well that previous season. But we knew going into this summer that we needed a massive rebuild because we just come on the back of finishing 5th and having, let's be honest, a fucking horrendous season. Yet we've got nowhere near to doing what we actually need to do. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. But I still think last season we didn't address the majority of stuff.
No, I agree.
This season we kind of addressed it. So that's why I say this season is not as bad as last season. Last season was, again, as much of a muchness. They were both really poor in my standards. So
you know what the thing is, though? We could still salvage this window. We could genuinely still salvage something. But I just have no confidence in my club that we're going to do that. If we sign a good DM and sign a centre-back, in 8 days, that can be done. Yeah, but do I have any confidence that that's going to be done? No. Personally, what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to sign, I have a feeling that we're going to sign Gravenberch or someone. But that's not what we need.
Yeah.
That's not what we need. So, genuinely, I don't trust this club to do the right business for the rest of the window.
Unless it's like proper total football where you want him to be a DM because he's played there a couple of times.
Yeah, he's not a DM.
Back the gaffer, man. Back Jurgen, man.
Bro, Jurgen's an idiot at the moment.
You so glad Jurgen is a red?
Yo, man, like...
This is the same guy that kept us... Okay, hang on. Why don't you back Eric Ten Hag then with Mason Mount?
I am backing Ten Hag. That's just a bad mistake.
That's a lie.
I don't back Ten Hag.
Straight up lies.
I don't back Ten Hag.
No, back Ten Hag with Mason Mount.
No, I can't back Ten Hag with Mount because it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea.
So why can't we do the same?
It's like you, Ram, yeah, getting with a female and you love her to death and I can see she's bad for you. I'll tell you that she's bad for you. That don't mean I don't fuck with you. That's just
but I still have to listen to that opinion, bro.
Brother to brother, yeah, and that's what it is. But I knew that the Mount was never going to work. That's what annoys me the most about it. I get more things wrong than I get right. And I could see this one. If I can see it coming a mile off, you must be able to see it. I'm sorry. Ten Hag, all them people around involved in making that decision are much more intelligent, much more qualified in regards to football than I am. And I could see it from home, watching on TV. How could you not see this? Surely someone goes, nah, this is not the right thing.
No, but like, it's not, we're using your analogy. It's not even you saying it. It's not like my sister's saying it, Stroh saying it, even Ryan saying it. Like everyone's saying it.
Jeez. Yeah.
So that's the whole point of it. So like what we're saying is that
he did sign Wataru Endo, so he is trying to address the area. He could be back up.
I don't know. I just have a bad feeling he's actually being brought in as the actual start.
Grateful, man. I'd take your midfield over mine in a heartbeat.
That's what's so nuts, bro. You've got Bruno and Mount.
You take two midfielders.
So it could be one.
Take two midfielders. That's it.
Thing is, I couldn't be happy with McAllister and Sabos. Like, I'm buzzing with those two signings.
Yeah.
But it's just, we're letting those two down because we're probably not going to be able to give them the right platform that they deserve. Do you get
Speaking of, just before we head off, right?
Yeah,
the one player I would like us to sign is that Trindade player from Brazil.
Who?
Andrea.
Oh, seen. Okay.
So there's a Brazilian midfielder that is in Brazil, plays for Fluminense.
Yeah, Andre. That's
Andre. Yeah. Andre. I want us to sign him
I've heard similarities to Thiago, to be honest.
To replace Thiago. Stroh was the one that said he could be the replacement for Thiago, and I want him.
But the thing is, I think ESPN Brazil earlier on today said that Liverpool have literally pulled out. They're not even going to go for him in January now.
Well, they're stupid.
It's just stupid if they don't. Like,
really stupid.
It's been a so stupid. This is showing how our two clubs have run. Don't forget, people, make sure you hit the like button on this video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And go follow the kick, people. It's Sarcasm City TV. All the Twitch content on Sarcasm City TV from next month will be over on the kick, apart from Pro Club. So all your Premier League watch-alongs, fan calling shows, members Q&As, NFL, NBA, F1, boxing, all of that content is going to be over on the Sarcasm City TV Kick. For those that don't know what Kick is, streaming platform very similar to Twitch. So we'll be moving our content over there. So download the Kick app for free. You sign up for free. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube is the exact same. So I need everyone who supports Sarcasm City to download the app and follow us on Kick, because we're looking to build up over there on the Kick. The Twitch will still be there though, and we'll run pro clubs on the Twitch, but the Kick is getting everything else. Like I said, all your Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League when it starts back as well. No Europa League, because we're not doing that. FA Cup, League Cup, that'll be over there as well as like I said, NBA, boxing, NFL, F1, all that content on the Sarcasm City TV Kick. I'll drop the link in the chat again as well.
Boss,
and
can I ask,
on top of that, for you,
Ram,
1 second before that, audio platforms as well. I know there's a lot of information, but we got a lot going on here at Sarcasm City. We try to build the city people even further. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV. Hails with a follow on SoundCloud, Spotify, all you Android users. Follow us on Spotify, 5-star us, same on iTunes as well. Because you might just not want to have the YouTube app open, which is absolutely fine, people. So search Sarcasm City TV wherever you get your audio platforms. Yeah, go on, Ryan.
Yeah, I've just got one question for Ram. What would you think of Manu Kone coming? Because I think Stroll told me earlier on, because, it's kind of a plug in it. Don't be surprised if Liverpool do go in for Manu Kone in the last week. And I think David Lynch actually reported it as well earlier on today, that they could move for him hasn't been ruled out. What do you think about that?
What do you think, fam?
I will be happy. Well, no, that's not how it goes. Fuck, I messed it up. What's that quote? Fucking hell, bro.
Go on, what's the quote?
That Ronaldo quote. Bloody hell.
I will be happy. I think I enjoy it. I think I deserve it.
Oh, yeah. I'll be happy. And I think I deserve it as well.
Yeah.
You think he's what we need, though? Because I rate him. I think I would really like him as well. But do you think he's what we need?
I think that's what Klopp wants. Because if you look at Lavia, he's not really that kind of player that will get the ball and just ping it like what Fabinho or like a Casemiro does. He's more of a driver with the ball and can play the odd inside cutting ball. But he's mainly good at beating players through his dribbling.
Good
ability.
ball carrier dribbling, yeah.
I think that's what Klopp wants to get in his defense midfielder. That's why I'd be very happy if we get Manu Kone.
Thing is, it's just his injury record, which is a bit...
bad. It's bad. But big up Cal from Coppish. At least he gets one of his wishes. And I'll be happy for him. But yeah, I'll be very happy if we get him.
I'm still gutted that we're not getting Thuram, though. I know he's not a DM, but I actually did kind of...
I told Flawless this. If we get Thuram, it will be like how Arsenal got Vieira.
Yeah, I've heard you say that. Yeah.
Just big, strong.
I heard United sent scouts out there a couple of weeks ago to watch Thuram, actually.
Yeah. I mean, the first game of the season for in Liga for Nice, he got an assist. So that says something. But yeah, it's like he'll be bigger, he'll be stronger, he'll be faster than everyone else with a bit of technical ability. And that's what Vieira was when he came.
His ball carrying is insane, man.
It is stupidly good.
His ball carrying is not normal.
And we've never had...
Yeah, Kevin Thuram, yeah.
The last guy we had that was bigger, stronger, and faster than everyone else was Momo Sissoko. And he wasn't that great on the ball. This guy's actually good on the ball.
Your flaws, you need to see like Kevin Thuram's ball carrying. It's like absurdly good.
Okay, let's just hope he stays at Nice then. Is it Nice he's at, yeah?
Oh, he's leaving like next summer.
Well, he wants to leave.
End up at Liverpool. Hopefully
I think he stays there one more season.
Cool. But hey, love to everyone that's locked in. Hope you lot have enjoyed the show. I always look forward to these crossover shows, even though talking about Liverpool winning makes me sick. But we move, people. Love to everyone who has tuned in.
Bournemouth. It's not that deep.
Nah, just you lot winning. You know what I'm saying? I want you lot to win anything. I'm saying I don't want your under 8s to win. What are we talking about? Never mind the senior team. You know what I'm saying? I wish your under 8s lose every game.
You're just an enemy of progress, man.
It is. Yeah, Liverpool progress, yes, 100%. Yes. I don't want you to win anything. Nothing. If I could relegate you tomorrow, I would twice. But we move.
Would you liquidate us?
Nah, I won't go that far. I don't want people. I want to see you lot suffer. So I'll put you in league.
So you're not that cruel. You're not that cruel.
No. Because then if you're not, then I don't want you to dispel. Like Like, nah, I want to see you. I want to watch the suffering. I want you lot to see what happened to Leeds. Like, that
You
times
love us
more.
too much, man. I
Yeah,
know.
it is. No, I don't. It's like Leeds. Like, I need to actually check.
Would
their
you
results to see how they're
liquidate
doing, but it's-
United, Ram?
Yeah.
See, I considered it. Like,
No,
I'll
because you missed the
consider
actual
it.
rivalry. You missed the rivalry though. I'd
No,
love to be able
because-
to
Yeah,
have
but
you
the way
have
I
you lot
hate
in
you
league.
guys,
Have you
like-
lot? Yeah, I hate you lot, but have you lot in League Two and be able to meet you in the FA Cup or something? Be great.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Great.
I just fucking
Maybe it's
despise
because
it.
I just hate you. You just
I hate,
annoying.
honestly, there's not, I don't think there's anything I hate more in the world than Man United.
No, but I feel as though it's because
Genuinely.
you're not our proper rivals. As in, you're not the people that we actually hate. We also hate Everton as well.
Yeah,
No,
we
but
got
United
many of
are a
them.
different level of hatred to Everton, let's be honest.
We got many.
No,
of them.
no. But I despise Everton. I hate.
I've seen, I can't stand them as well,
Yeah,
but
Everton.
I
Pride
hate
of
United
Merseyside.
way more. Way more.
I hear that. Yeah, love to everyone that's locked in. We're back. I was gonna say tomorrow, today, Wednesday, so midnight. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, people. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Let you know all the shows that are coming up here on the YouTube as well. Continue to support his road to 8,000 subscribers. So we are gonna get there expeditiously. So you lot, please continue to support in a manner in which you have. And again, make sure you follow Sarcasm City TV on Kick, people. Download the Kick app, KICK, because that's where all of the Twitch content is going to. It's going on to the Kick, Sarcasm City TV Kick, which is already set up. So go hit us with a follow over there. Go bump us up. We got 4 followers, I think, currently. So get us over, get us into double figures of followers. You know what I'm saying? And that. But hey, we got more followers than, Chelsea have shots on target. But yes, love to everyone this season. But yes,
Chelsea
love
has
to everyone
goals this
that's locked in.
season.
Yeah.
That's a better one, you know what I'm saying? And I was going to say points, but then we don't have 4 points. But yes, love to everyone who has locked in. This has been the Manchester United Liverpool show. ManDemUtd podcast meets an Analysis at Anfield podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.